What's up, everybody, and welcome to Two Nobodies with the Mic, episode 31. That's 31 for all you non-bilinguals.
Laypersons.
Yes, the laypersons. We are in Southern California, so it is the language. The first language is Spanish out here in SoCal. But thank you, all of you, for joining us today. Episode number 31, live and direct, okay? If we are a social interactive show, so if you guys have any comments, you guys want to talk some shit, because you guys sure talk some shit on all the platforms.
That they do.
Yes, but let's get into our introductions, right? First of all, special introduction to my man over here to my right, Rafa, the guru. He's been on Tight Nutrition for a month. And look at the results here. I mean, people, it's unbelievable.
That's what happens when you take Tight Nutrition.
TightNutrition.net. Use code 2NBDY, right, for your 15% discount, free shipping. But that, all joking aside, Rafa is not here today.
Rafa.
Mr. Rafa. But we do have our social media manager. If you guys are ever wondering what the guy who makes you laugh and pee your pants on the freeway, all the memes, this is my man, Jaybird, to my right. Say hello to everyone, Jaybird.
Hello. Hello, everybody.
How does it feel to be in front of the camera?
Feels nervous. I'm going to be looking at Jacob the whole time.
Yes.
I used to be right there.
Speaking of Hawks on the Cobes, special guest, we have Jacob, my son, over here joining us.
Hello.
Super enthused, as usual. Energy through the roof.
Hello.
And then we have our producer extraordinaire, Eddie Money. Say what's up, Eddie Money.
Yo, what's up, everybody?
Eddie Money killing it with the clips.
Yes.
Eddie always reminded me I don't have to respond to everyone talking shit about me. I'd be up. That's a 24-hour. I would have to hire an assistant.
You have to hire an assistant to go digging through the archives of people calling you an idiot.
Fat idiot. Never played ball.
These guys don't know
Never
ball.
touched the ball.
Yeah, never touched the ball. Leave it to the guy who can't shoot a three-pointer. I mean, man.
It's funny because all those guys are literally you guys.
Yes, that's the whole point of it. They're two nobodies. Eddie and Rafa are two nobodies.
That's the ironic part about it.
But people think these are like NBA players or like that didn't make it or something.
It's
so
very tough. You know, you're telling me that Skip Bayless and half of these NBA analysts, respect to the ex-players, but a lot of them have the same qualifications as us. I'm probably more qualified. My dad coached basketball for 30 years, and I said it before. 10 years at UNLV, a couple years at Old Dominion,
a couple years at UCLA.
Yes, as a graduate assistant at UCLA.
Yeah.
Again, I'm lying, but you guys would never know. It doesn't matter. You're never seeing this anyways. Doesn't matter. But listen, everybody, thank you for joining us. We are the gambling show of record. We do not run from the gambling. We run to the gambling. But we always like to say, Eddie Money, what do we like to say?
Don't be a loser.
Don't be a loser. Two nobodies in the mic right here telling you not to be a loser. And when we say that, we are expressing gamble responsibly, right?
Yeah.
Don't blow your mortgage. If you have children, just put some funny money aside. Don't go to the movies. No one goes to the movies anymore, correct?
Save your McDonald money for some gambling.
Yes, well, McDonald money, that's big money nowadays.
That's true.
Don't ask for extra barbecue sauce.
Don't ask for, they'll look at you like you're, what are you doing? You're ruining my day for some extra sauce.
But thank you, Jay, for filling in. Rafa, I hope you're watching. Message us. Rafa's took his beautiful wife to Miami for Mother's Day. He makes fun of you.
You know what? I was about to say that.
And here he took his wife to Miami for a whole week.
Yeah, I don't know. You know what?
She does, Jackie, you do deserve that, though, because Rafa is a workaholic.
Yes, but
just don't talk shit on Jaybird.
It's funny. Next time I'm going out of state. And I want to hear it.
So those are our introductions. Thank you. Sponsors, TightNutrition.net. Use code 2NBDY for a great discount. It is an awesome product, by the way. So that is that. Episode 31. You guys know what we like to do. We like to go over our famous athletes that wore the number 31 this week. And who wants to start us off with that? Because there's some good ones.
Those great ones.
Anyone?
I'll go. Reggie Miller.
Reggie Miller. Formerly the best shooter.
Arguably, yeah. Arguably the second or third. Did Ray Allen
I think
take
Reggie,
over?
I think
Because
either
it's
way.
Steph number one.
I'm not sure. I thought it was. Did Ray Allen actually take over the 2 spot?
I don't think. 2 spot yet.
Yeah, right, because Steph is number one for sure.
Nah, definitely no. He's 3. He's 3.
Yeah.
Who?
Ray Allen.
Reggie? Or
Ray Allen.
You know,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So then
Yeah.
Reggie's number 2.
Reggie's number 2,
Okay.
stud shooter, quick release, Indiana Pacers, UCLA Bruin. Also
Sister.
from Riverside.
Is he really?
The home of methamphetamines.
Shout out.
Anyone? Yeah, shout out to the 909.
I'll go Cam Chancellor.
Cam
Ooh.
Chancellor. I didn't even see that one.
That's a good one.
6'4", changed the strong safety position. 6'4", 240.
He was beastly.
Take your head off.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to go, probably when I thought 31, I thought of 2 people, but I won't say. Mike Piazza, maybe one of my favorite Dodgers of all time. Mr. Pizza Man, nephew of Tommy Lasorda, Hall of Fame catcher. I loved Mike Piazza. Big bat. Anyone
Shanae
else?
also said Mike Piazza.
Yes, of course my wife did.
And I think Rafa's in the chat. I don't know. He might be on his. I don't know if his. it says
Rafa?
Raphael, so
His,
I think it's him.
Say hello, Rafa.
his burner account.
Burner account.
His burner account.
You
You know
Yeah.
what? It's been Rafa that's been fucking with you on the comments. It's probably Rafa's burner account.
You know what? It probably has been Rafa.
Yeah.
Yes, just torching me.
Oh
Hello.
yeah, it is. It is. He
What's
said Greg Maddox and Jamal Lewis.
Greg Maddox,
okay.
for sure.
Okay.
Probably one of the best pitchers to ever live. Maddox, 31. I thought of him as well. I'm going to go John David Tatum, a.k.a. Jack Tatum, a.k.a. the assassin, the most feared safety in the NFL. Literally paralyzed the dude, Stingley.
Ooh.
Not cool, but
Not
cool,
good
but-
for that.
yeah,
But
we
let's
don't-
shout him out.
We are not we are not the paralyzed show of record.
Yeah, that's true.
Yes, we don't like
So,
to paralyze people.
We get
But
praise.
By the way, Rafa said my bad. He said Ray Allen was number 1,
Rick, best
course.
shooter.
like probably before Steph.
Oh, wait. I thought LeBron was.
Oh, here we go.
No, okay. I'll save that for later. I'll save that for later.
Yeah,
I see Jacob fuming over there, so
Yes, yes.
I'll save that.
Zach said Nick Van Exel.
31.
Oh, yeah, on the-
We wasn't 9.
It was 9 on the Lakers. I
Lakers.
think on the Mavs. I want to say. Am I wrong?
I just remember him as 9. But Nick Van Brick, he was one of my favorite Lakers. man.
9 on the Lakers, 9 on the Nuggets.
That was my Sega days, and Nick.
Oh, yeah.
Man,
NBA Live 95.
Yeah, he
31 on the Nuggets.
Yeah.
31
Oh,
on the Nuggets. I didn't even know he was
Okay.
with the Nuggets. We do not speak of the Nuggets on this show.
At least for now.
Yes, right.
Jacob?
They put it to us.
I
Jacob.
can't think of any.
Wow, guy. You know why? Because you didn't prepare for the show, guy.
It's 31. Who wears 31?
Well, Greg Maddox, Mike Piazza, Priest Holmes, Jamal Lewis, Jack Tatum.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
I'll give one that
Who?
that only Raider fans, and you brought it up.
I did.
I'm going to give the credit to
Shaq bleeding?
to Jay, and that's Philip Buchanan from the U.
Of Miami.
Yes, he was
Miami.
another reach pick in the first round. I think Raiders took him like 17. And
I liked him with Woodson on one side
Listen,
and Buchanan on the other.
he was
good.
part of that amazing defense, but everyone else was a Hall of Famer. He was a burnout.
Yeah, he was left out.
He was a burnout on that freaking
By the way, Rafa said Ray Allen is number 1 all-time threes.
all time.
it was Steph.
Wait, how over Steph? That's not a
like
thing.
the
No,
amount
'cause-
of threes?
Because Steph passed him like last year, I thought.
I thought he
he
passed
passed-
him.
He means before Steph.
Oh, okay. Rafa, too many mojitos
yeah.
in
Yeah,
Miami.
Come on, guy.
He's a mojito guy.
Yes.
So
Rafa's.
According to Basketball Reference, Ray Allen is number 2 in all-time threes behind Curry.
Come on, Rafa.
There you go.
You know that Eddie has that knowledge right
Oh,
there
yeah.
ready for him.
I don't know what he's
By the way,
saying.
how are we forgetting Kurt Rambis?
Oh, what a
Wow.
great 31.
was
Superman. Great call, Eddie
was
Money.
great.
How'd you not think of that, Hawks?
Because I wasn't alive when he was playing.
He hates basketball from 2000. When did LeBron get in the league?
2003.
So you hate everything post that
I think
or
he
pre
was-
that.
Well, it wasn't good until then.
Oh, wow.
Stop.
Millennials or what are you, Gen Z or what?
I have no idea.
Yeah,
I
don't know.
whatever. But you're showing yourself. You're showing yourself right now. But that is our introductions, guys. We are heavily drinking the Coors Lights.
The blue mountains.
The mountains are blue.
They're blue.
Rafa's not here. He doesn't have scotch. Rafa didn't bring me a nice bottle of wine. But we'll get through the show.
Yeah, I'm not drinking scotch or smoking a cigarette.
Yes, we'll probably
have
have
asthma.
my pee break. My
Cigar.
pee break might be a little bit longer.
True.
Yes, or
Yeah.
I should have put a catheter in before the show.
I was gonna say a bucket.
Oh yes,
right beneath the
yes,
table.
yes.
But
Rafa said that Ray Allen was number one of all time threes before Curry because we were saying Reggie Miller.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay.
That's hard to believe, actually. Yeah, but whatever.
I know one important one that saved a particular someone.
Oh man, this is just gonna be.
Yeah, what is
this
this?
is just
I'll
gonna
save it, I'll
be
save
like.
it.
Save what?
Yeah.
What's there
It's
to
because
save?
it's coming from Rafa. That's why. It's
Yes.
triggering me.
You know
But
that know
whatever.
that meme where the group chat and the cat's just going like crazy. That's what Rafa's doing right now.
Yeah.
just the group chat is just on fire right now. But those are our introductions. Welcome everybody. Like I said, if you guys want to chime in, I invited a bunch of people that talk shit about me. I'm a lover, not a fighter. I said, come to the show. We are about debate. Listen, one of the big reasons that Rafa and I started this show is because we can say whatever the hell we want, and we are two nobodies. We're not claiming. We're just giving our opinion, like you guys give your opinion on me,
on everything.
without knowing us. Very judgmental, by the way.
You're sensitive.
I am. Listen,
Highly triggerable.
I have very thick skin, as many of you have pointed out in all the comments. My skin is thick. I don't care. It's just
You care a little bit. You care a little bit.
just try to be a little bit nicer. That's all. Like, I mean, if you disagree with us, we totally love arguing. That's what the whole show is about.
It's funny because I left a comment. I go comment diving. I left a comment on a LeBron post, and it was a negative comment. It was a funny comment.
Shocker.
It's hilarious. It was negative.
Surprise!
So someone said, I guess they went to the page and they said, "Look at these clowns. You're praising LeBron on one post, and then you're over here in the comment section bashing him." Because I think I put, "This is your king," and it was a post when he messed up on the mid dunk, and that got a lot of traction.
It's funny.
Just like we're just
we do a whole
observing.
we do a whole show, and it's all these clips are in context, so you really should watch the whole show.
Yeah.
And then, but listen, we asked for it. If you're gonna put yourself out there like that, then
go. It's funny.
It goes with the territory, and we're good with it. Just all I ask is that you give us a shot.
Finally,
and
Jaylen Brown.
there you go, Jake. That's Jacob on every clip.
Sorry.
Talking about only worried about his side bets over here.
Side bet.
Hey, we have Boston 9.5, right?
Boston 9. What does everyone have? Leave it in the comments. Does anyone anyone else have some famous 31s? We'll close out.
Yeah, I want to hear in the comments.
Yeah.
Comment, guys. Sign in. Make a YouTube account.
Yes.
Chime in.
Yes. Follow us, please. Follow, like. We never say that. Follow,
subscribe, click for
And-
notifications,
and call
all
us
that-
fat.
All that. Yeah, you can call us fat and me whatever you want to, if you just do that.
Yes.
What's gonna be Jay's?
We'll figure
So now you're
out.
just asking people just. To,
We'll figure out what they're gonna pick
Like-
them apart.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, because they will.
Your beard's fucked up. Is that what you're
Whoa! Hey,
I
hey.
came out of nowhere. Trying to point out something here, but I don't really see any flaws.
my Raider hat, maybe.
The hat, maybe, but the hat's nice. You can't even argue
Hat's
the
dope.
hat.
It is.
Wow, he just can't.
My wife gave that to me.
You guys can't see this, but
My wife.
Jacob's beard is just full and luxurious. So he just went after.
You can hide monkeys in there.
He went after Jay's beard.
I know. I don't frame it. It's fine.
So let's get into our next segment.
Michelle says she has your back.
Oh, thank you, Michelle.
And Rafa has first half Heat and game.
Of course he does. He's in Miami. How could he not? So let's get into our next segment, brought to you by our very special sponsor, Julio's Pizza of Artesia in Cerritos. It says of Artesia, but
I saw that comment.
Yeah, but shout out to Mary and Ziggy, the owners over there. If you guys haven't tried the thin crust al pastor pizza, at Julio's Pizza. You guys are missing out. It's one of the 8th wonder of the world.
I just tried it for the first time. It's a pizza on that thin, magnificent crust.
Yes.
With their pizza sauce. Oh my god.
It's amazing.
With pineapple.
Yes.
One of the best things I ever had.
I'm not joking, people.
I'll double down again. Best pizza I've had.
Yes, Eddie Money.
Really good.
Thank you guys. The only reason, listen, we don't ask anything from them. I just think the pizza's so good that it needs more attention.
It does.
That's I mean, there's some things in life that just should be brought to the front of the line, and that's Julio's Pizza.
Yep.
Please go there, tell them that Two Nobodies sent you, and then ask for the Al Pastor pizza because it's a secret item. It's like
Secret. It's like the Flying Dutchman on the internet.
Yes, it's like the.
I just had that last night, by the way.
Really?
They're good.
Never had a Flying Dutchman before.
Just like the patties.
Yeah.
Hey man,
I've
Mr.
seen
negative.
I've seen
what's the
I've
point?
seen tomato
If you're trying to
You try to cut down on carbs.
I've seen tomato.
Oh,
I seen it.
Gabe got that last night. Disgusting.
tomato wrapped.
Yeah, I've
disgusting.
seen that.
Tomato wrapped.
Yeah.
Instead of like lettuce, you get tomatoes in your buns.
And it's
So I
That's
saw
gross.
a
you got tomatoes on your buns.
Lettuce wrap is the best.
Yes.
Lettuce wrap is good.
So I saw a Flying Dutchman tomato wrapped. Very interesting.
Oh, yeah, that's weird. I never.
Well, listen,
I'd rather just go home.
Yeah, I'd rather just make some frozen chicken nuggets, but whatever. That's just me.
well, let's get
We
into
know that's you.
Let's get into Your Fire, brought to you by Julio's Pizza. Special thank you to Julio's Pizza, Ziggy, Mary. We love you. Please, if you love the show, go try this pizza. You will not be disappointed. I promise you. Best thin crust pizza in Southern California. Also, the masala wings. Fire. You got to go masala wings.
Yes.
Unbelievable. So that is Julio's Pizza. And let's get into You're Fired, everyone. Anyone have anyone want to fire somebody? And if you want to fire someone on YouTube, go ahead.
I do real fast.
Oh,
I want to hear it,
here we
Jacob.
go.
I want
Last
to
week
hear
was
it.
the corgi. Let's see what it is.
I'm
this
double
time.
down on the corgi.
You're doubling down on the corgi.
What are the
He picked
results?
the Nuggets.
Has he been right?
I don't know.
How many games
actually.
did he get?
I don't know, but he paid Nuggets in 6. So
Yeah, no,
least you
he
get
was
two.
he was wrong in the second game. He picked Lakers.
Okay, so boom. He's done. Corgi's
okay, but it
done.
doesn't matter. He still paid Nuggets in 6. So F that corgi.
Wow.
I heard too. Like, why is the corgi even still doing it? Because he got the Golden State Lakers
But
series wrong.
he does it for
It doesn't
everything.
like for everything. He did it for the
Yeah,
Super
so
Bowl.
why would we
Stupid
pay
dog.
Why would we pay attention to him? He's already been wrong.
Yeah.
Because it's just funny, I guess.
Yeah.
Not for you. You want to
you
go
hate it.
after. You're like stalking this dog.
Well, yeah, this dog's haunting me.
But the memes are so funny. Like going into that last game, the Lakers Warriors.
Yeah,
Oh,
like it's
man.
all
There's
about
like a
the corgi.
standoff of like LeBron,
LeBron
and
and
the
the
corgi.
corgi. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, it's
Pretty
true.
great. But yeah, still F that corgi.
So Jacob fires a dog. That's congratulations on that. Anyone else?
Yeah. By the way, Rafa also said double down on the El Pastor pizza.
Yes, Rafa is
Double down.
also a fan. He said it's the best pizza he's ever had. So go support it, people. Listen, wouldn't you not believe two heavy skinned guys about pizza? At least, do we not know what we're talking about when we talk about pizza? I mean, we're qualified
You
for
don't
that,
know
right?
pizza.
Yes, thank
know
you.
pizza?
Yes,
You don't know pizza.
you don't think I know anything about basketball, but you know,
Pizza, for sure.
I do know pizza. Faux show.
But I'll fire John Morant. Pretty obvious. We'll get into it later, but
Yeah, I mean,
it's so dumb. Why? Like,
Yeah.
it's really bad. We will cover that later, but that is obvious firing, Eddie, and also very valid firing. Jay Bird,
I'm firing LeBron James.
surprise, surprise.
I just
I was real close to doing it too.
see Jacob.
For shooting
Yeah, he was
threes,
terrible.
for shooting a lot of threes.
I want to get this on record. These past 2 days or day, this is the first time and only time I've seen, and the most I've seen
You're wrong
of
about
you
that.
criticizing LeBron
Whenever he
James.
plays bad this year, I've always pointed it out. I've said
you haven't.
He's
my
been
God.
tough to watch. Listen, he's been
saying
tough
that all
to
year when he's
watch.
bad.
Really bad. He disappears. I was telling Eddie, like, he disappears during games.
He does,
Listen.
he does lock up on D though.
Listen, he's
Lock
still,
up who?
Joker.
Joker.
Listen,
When we get into the series, I got some stats.
okay, yeah, we'll
okay.
get
That part's a fact. You can't argue that.
Yeah.
Defense on Joker is great, but offensively he's been terrible.
Save it.
Okay, we'll
Jacob.
save that, but I wanna fire-
Let's get that churned up. Let's get that knot in your stomach, because we're gonna need that passion.
Yes.
There's no knot in my stomach.
But I just want to make sure he's fired.
Oh,
Okay.
It's on the record, Jay. It is on the record.
Yeah.
You have fired LeBron
Yeah.
James.
LeBron will not be in the starting lineup for Game 3.
Yes.
Nope. He's gonna be
He's
sitting
like-
with the corgi.
He's at home right now. He's like, I just got fired by Jay.
He's like, fuck.
On 2 nobodies.
At least he gets to rest his injured ankle or whatever.
Oh, wow. The hate is real. Look, you couldn't wait to get behind this mic.
Couldn't. I was waiting for that. I wanted to elaborate more, but I'll do that later.
Yeah. So I'm going to fire Manny Machado. And if you guys haven't seen it, I guess he broke something. And I don't think I have to specify that it was a woman interviewing him. And he just gave her the business, man. Like, gave her attitude. It's like, it's her job. I don't know. There must be a backstory to it because he tried to make her look stupid.
Really?
And was so
Yeah.
effing rude.
I haven't seen it.
I saw. Go ahead.
Yeah, and this is not the first time. And so I wore my Jackie sweatshirt that I wore in San Diego.
When that almost got him killed.
Well,
Or saved his life.
Or saved his life.
Yeah, totally. How do you beat a guy up like this? And in San Diego, it almost happened by a drunk woman coming after me saying I should be embarrassed.
Yeah.
Which is very funny. But that story got a lot of likes. A lot of people debated. Listen, I'm not going to excuse Dodger fans. Dodger fans have a horrible record.
Track record.
Very long track.
Yes,
yeah,
a horrible. But I'm hoping that we've gotten past that. Actually, this week there was a fight in between Dodger fans after the game.
and
Yeah,
Padre fans?
no, just
No,
Dodger
between
fans?
Dodger
Dodger
fans,
and
per
Dodger.
usual.
Yes.
per usual.
That's
yeah.
all the time.
Yeah, it's probably Pacoima San Fernando.
See, we take it
related.
out on other teams, but we also take it out on ourselves.
Yes, so we
Spread the love.
We also hate ourselves.
Spread the love.
or the hate, either
Yeah,
one.
or
But
that.
but Manny Machado, you are fired. There's no reason. The woman is doing her job. She's asking you about her injury. You're a total a-hole, and it goes into my point that the Padres have built this whole team around some questionable characters. Obviously, we all know Tatis's issues with needles and and paraphernalia.
Yeah.
And
Motorcycles.
yes, Manny, he has been on record to say, "I'm not that guy. I don't play hard.
Johnny Hustle.
I'm not Johnny Hustle. I'm not that guy." Congratulations, guy. You're not that guy. You're also not a very good person. You're a great baseball player. No one could dispute that. Jacob, we should light your Manny Machado Dodger. Do you still have that here?
It's somewhere here.
It's a very expensive.
It's next to his Curry jersey. Is it not?
Please
I
tell
hate
me.
Curry.
I was gonna say, please tell me he doesn't have a Curry jersey.
I thought he did.
You like Curry?
The food.
No, you love
Oh,
I respect what
Curry.
he
You
what he
wanted
does.
him to win against the Lakers.
No, I didn't.
Yes, he did.
Oh my god.
He always denies
that's
it.
so dumb.
Listen.
You'd rather see the Warriors beat
so
the
dumb.
Lakers?
That's so dumb.
Jay, I have to back Hawks up on this.
It comes
Dude,
off.
you
as
It comes off as
I'm just. I'm like I tell Rafa. I'm just passionate. I'm a realist. If
no one thinks you're a realist.
No one. Yeah, I've never heard anyone call you a realist ever.
Dice.
You're the most emotional person that we know, probably.
Yes.
Passionate.
Yes, so that's not.
Passionate.
That's the opposite of realist.
No, but I see it through a realistic lens. I vent through you guys.
But here's the thing: you claim to be a Laker fan, but you hate LeBron, and then when he wins, you're like, "Shit."
No, guys, that's where
That
you get it
is
wrong.
true.
Explain
That is
yourself.
literally
No,
true.
because I think it comes off like that because I'm not like on my knees bowing to him
No,
after he does
it's because
good.
No.
whenever they win, you don't say anything at all.
I'm probably sleeping. What are you talking about? I
Yes.
drive a lot.
Yes. I could hear the all shucks every time LeBron scores. Ah shucks, all the way from West Covina.
That's a good block.
Yes. So that is your fired. If anyone has anyone they want to fire out there, your boss, your 2-year-old, go ahead and let us know who you want to fire.
2-year-old.
Listen, a lot of 2-year-olds get fired every day. Eddie Money.
By the way, Rafa said to burn the Machado jersey and started going off on Jay.
Oh, see?
Yes.
Said,
Oh, God.
how does the LeBron disappear? He had 22, 9, and 8 and was guarding Joker. He also said you're a Warriors fan.
Oh, he has a lot of mojitos in him.
He said
You can
your
tell.
lens is fogged up.
Yes.
Jacob, who was that player? I think we talked about it.
How many F words were in that though?
Who's that?
Surprisingly none.
Who's that player that said he could drop a 40, but it's a quiet 40?
I don't know.
Did you? Oh, you said it.
Was it Arenas?
It was Arenas.
Okay,
Yeah.
we're taking Gilbert Arenas' word.
Wow.
Gilbert.
What?
Who's are you bringing up Gilbert Arenas?
No, we brought it up a couple weeks ago
But what's the point?
about
He's saying you'd rather have a guy that drops
Arenas said that.
60 than a guy who can drop 39 and 9.
no.
What?
I don't think you have.
Who?
it right.
Arenas said that?
Yeah, he said
Like-
he said
No.
yes.
Okay,
it was,
first
it
of
was
all-
like that.
Gilbert
Oh, did he
Arenas
say that?
is.
Yeah.
He has a lot of guns, so I'm not going to disparage him that bad.
Well, because his point was that like Kobe, Michael can drop 60.
LeBron could drop 60 if he wanted as well.
But he's saying that LeBron does 39 and 9, but that doesn't scare me. A guy who can drop 60 scares me.
Oh,
What I took from
God,
that
that's
was
so stupid.
was LeBron could do that. Like he played bad. You even been saying he plays bad. Look at the stat line though, like Rafa does. Oh my God, look at that great game. But did it impact it though? No, not to me.
He shot way too many 3-pointers.
Not
last
even
night.
that, but just like missed layups, missed dunks,
Turnovers.
Turnovers
turnovers. Like,
at bad
threes.
times. At bad times. By
and
the
like
way,
you can have bad
so
games.
bad.
everyone, Michael Jordan is all pissed off because everyone brought up Michael Jordan bloopers of him missing
did.
dunks.
Oh yeah.
They did.
It's like
Someone went deep
everyone can do it.
Someone
Like
went deep in the bag to find
Someone
it.
went deep in the
Yeah.
archive
I
to
mean,
find.
yeah, I get it, but you're doing it in the most crucial times of a playoff
Yeah,
game.
that's what the difference was.
well, we don't know when Michael Jordan did it, but
It was an exhibition
But
game.
still doesn't matter. LeBron did it in a playoff game that was important. They were up. They were up.
Important time too.
They were up one with like 8 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
He shoots 2 threes back to back, breaks them. After that, 20-5 run. That's solely on your shot taking.
Thank you.
no,
Thank you.
he has to watch film.
Love it.
He hopefully Darvin Ham, who I like as a coach, is saying right here, you know.
But it's like
Go to the
like,
hole.
You should know. Like you're not shooting good.
Well, listen,
why would you shoot that shot?
That's what the coach is there for. We all should know. I should know I shouldn't eat Tommies, but my wife has to tell me all the time, "Don't eat Tommies." And if she did it, I would probably have it way more than I secretly already do.
Secretly.
Zach said to at least fire AD.
Oh yes,
Honorable mention: AD was terrible.
he
Yeah.
was not.
Yeah.
He was bad.
Yeah.
Listen, it's been 3 years now. Well, you know what? Let's move on. We'll get into that. That is your fired. Brought to you by Julio's Pizza. Thank you to Mary and Ziggy. They went above and beyond this week. So I just want to give a special shout out. Please go patronize that business. Is that the right word?
Can we
Patronize?
get Keith Lee to try
Oh,
Julio's
would be
Pizza?
amazing.
Who's Keith Lee?
he's
He's a
a very
famous,
famous TikTok food reviewer.
Oh, the black
okay.
dude.
Yeah, he's
the one that
MMA.
saved that.
Place
Oh, is the Gucci going crazy? My
probably in the front.
Yeah.
my.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay.
It's either that or someone's doing a burnout.
So he's that dude who like saved that business in Vegas. That
Yeah,
pizza.
he saves a bunch of
He
businesses.
saves a bunch of businesses.
Wow.
Listen, Julio's is doing fine.
Yeah, they're doing
they don't
fine.
need saving,
But
they deserve
more
lines.
recognition.
They do.
They deserve.
do.
They deserve 2-hour waits. That's how good that pizza is. And a recommendation: order it well done. It's even better. And it's
Gotta
a
tag
pizza.
Keith Lee in this for sure.
There you go.
Keith Lee, we'll tag Keith Lee in our Julio's Pizza review, man. Keith, you got to, man. It's different. It's different pizza.
He's a former UFC fighter, and we're wrestlers, so maybe
There you go.
There you go.
you can give us a little.
Yes, give us some wrestling love, Keith Lee, please, and try that. So that is your fired. Brought to you by Julio's Pizza. Now let's get into our most favorite segment. Brought to you by Custom Cars, custom with the K, carswiththez.com. Go check out that website. Amazing aftermarket cars, lowered, lifted, 26s, 22s. It doesn't matter. They will give you the best price and always an amazing selection. My man has just sweet rides. And if you're in the market for a car, new, doesn't matter. Just hit up customcars.com. Real easy website to navigate. It's awesome website, awesome business, awesome owner, and they support us. We couldn't do this show without them. So thank you to Custom Cars. And on to our
Not so much.
Yeah, not that much happening.
not that much happening, but Let's first pay our respects to Jim Brown. Died today at the age of what was it?
It was 87.
87.
87.
And Jim Brown, I think he only obviously went to Syracuse, was a lacrosse player. I mean, how fitting that he went to the Browns, and his highlights are ridiculous. He's one of those players, I was going to say like LeBron, that could have played through all eras, but it's true. Jim Brown could have played in any era. He tough SOB, activist in the community, did a lot, and sad to see him go. He was definitely an important figure in the NFL, did a lot of good, and we're here to celebrate his life.
Yeah.
Shout out to Jim Brown.
I love that picture with was it Muhammad Ali, him, Bill Russell, Kareem.
I think it was. That was a
great
amazing picture. Amazing picture, and we needed dudes like that back, when we were going through that whole civil rights thing, and they were important figures, and he was at the forefront of. And if he didn't retire early, I mean, Jim Brown only played like 8 seasons, some ridiculous.
Go running back.
He's in the conversation for sure. He is 100% in the conversation. And like I said, you could argue all you want. That dude, I think he was 6'1", 6'3", rocked up.
Yeah, what are his? How tall was he?
Dude, he was menacing.
Wasn't he in? He was in movies too.
He was on I'm gonna get you, sucker.
Mars Attacks.
I think he was in a bunch of great movies.
He was 6'2", 231.
Yes.
As a running back, damn.
Yeah. Solid 231. No one wanted to tackle that vato. So rest in peace, Jim Brown. 2 Nobodies gives you your respects, and you are considered a GOAT, 100%. So shout out to Jim Brown. On to a very interesting topic, a hot topic as far as NFL, was Davante Adams did a interview with, it wasn't Bleacher Report, I forget what it was.
The Athletic, I think.
The Athletic, and he came out, and the first thing, I mean, it was a pretty long interview, and he kind of, which was uncharacteristic of him, said, I proved last year, I all-pro'd, had more touchdowns than I ever had. I didn't need Aaron Rodgers.
Ooh.
Yeah, and it was kind of awkward. But
what was the question?
I don't know what the question was, and I haven't seen the interview. I've only heard clips.
Yeah.
But that was said. He also said something to the point of, like, I don't see eye to eye with the direction of this offense. And you have to read between the lines, and to me, it says that, listen, I need to win now, and I think the Raiders' outlook is a little more patient. 100%, Aaron Rodgers wanted to be a Raider. There's no question about it.
Me too. I wanted him.
You know what? I wanted to see it too.
Because it's a now move.
It's a now move.
It's a now move, and I wanted it.
He wanted to be a Raider.
Yeah.
He reunited with. I mean, listen, they were unbelievable. Those two.
Yep.
Unbelievable. And now, Davante Adams. I don't blame him. I don't blame him for being a little upset that they didn't get his homie. First of all, he went with his homie, and then they dissed his other homie by not getting him.
Yeah.
So I get it. But being the professional that DA is, he posted immediately a picture with Ziegler. Ziegler, right? Eddie? Yeah, the GM of the Raiders, and he put like my man or whatever.
He said the man. Yeah, he's the man.
He's the man. So DA's not going to be that dude dividing people in the locker room unless
he wants.
And listen, he got the ball. He got the ball, and we'll see what happens.
Do you think he was talking about the quarterback situation or the offense situation?
You know what? It's such a great question. Because they had been in practices for almost a month now, so he's seeing the direction.
Yeah.
He already knows the offense, right? But he also said specifically that like if they're Jimmy G can do this, but if they're gonna use him another way, then I don't like it.
That's true.
So I'm not sure what that means, man. It's very cryptic.
Because I mean, Jimmy G is limited. I would think. I put him against Carr side by side, and I think Carr can make the better throws. You know, things that are gonna make Devontae Adams shine, and I don't see Jimmy G doing those.
Here's the stat that someone came out and came out in favor of Jimmy G, and Jimmy G's third down stats are crazy good.
Okay,
they're crazy good, and he's proven. Listen, his record, he's like 41 and like 19 or something. Jimmy G wins football games.
He also wins football games without throwing a single pass, though.
That is with very good defenses.
So that whole thing about Jimmy G wins and his record, I mean, that's that team, though.
Yeah.
It's a different team now. So I hate when people bring that up because it's like, okay, what have you done for me lately?
But
what are you going to do now?
But also, you have to keep in mind that not only some of the best passes that you'll make are the ones you didn't fucking throw. And right? And and
I like that. That was good.
That was
deep.
I'm just saying.
That was good.
Sort of the opposite of you miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Yeah.
It's the other way around. And sometimes, listen, Carr had little tiny baby hands, Saturday Night Live hands. He fumbled 11 times. He threw some really bad interceptions.
That's my thing. Like Jimmy G can keep you in games.
Yes.
He'll keep you hovering.
Yes.
Carr, you would win or you get blown out by 30. There was no in between.
Yes. And if you look at Jimmy G's stats, with McDaniels as his offensive coordinator, the dude put up some serio
I mean, that's why
numbers.
Jimmy G? That's why he traded to Frisco for a freaking second-round pick because he played well before Frisco.
Yeah,
100%. I mean, there was a whole thing like Tom Brady didn't like Jimmy G's footsteps.
He asked him
First of
for
all,
a reason.
he might be. Listen, no homo. Is that how you say it?
Is that what the kids are saying
What are you
nowadays?
gonna say?
It
might be paused.
I was gonna say he's better looking than Tom Brady. He's a looker. That dude.
Is he
What's
Greek?
your point?
Yeah, totally Greek.
Greek.
Well, I'm saying that.
Yeah,
I'm saying my point is that Brady's like, okay, hold on, this guy's throwing for 350. He's better looking than I am, or is he trying to replace me? And then they got rid of him.
Yeah.
Yes, he's dating
P-Star.
P-stars.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
the point is, Eddie, have you looked at those numbers with him? How many games did he start with?
I want to say it was 7.
I want to say 7.
I think he went 5-2 or something like that.
And the numbers were pretty impressive, if I recall.
But how do you think he would fit in this offense that we have now?
You have weapons. I mean, I don't see why. I mean, he has the coach that he wants. You have weapons. You have a running back. Like
He
what else
understands
do you
the
need?
system way better than Derek Carr. The reason Derek Carr got all butt hurt, right, was when he had a bad game and McDaniels called him out in front of everybody.
Yeah.
And so that you can't make this throw. You got to do this. You got to do that. And Carr didn't like it. He went into a shell. And I think that Garoppolo understands how he's going to be coached. He's going to be held accountable like Tom Brady was held accountable. And he's not going to be a little bisha.
Is Josh Jacobs all in?
I don't know. Is he practicing?
No.
I don't think he is.
Nope.
He still hasn't signed, and I don't think Saquon is signed either.
No.
There's a lot of I just saw something where listen guys.
Is it money?
Yeah, they want a contract. Listen, as a running back, that second contract is the most important contract in any NFL player, right?
Yeah.
It's the one where I said it earlier, you have to kick, scream, bite, scratch. Your agent has to be a bulldog to get you every penny. The second contract is crucial to your family and your legacy. And I get it. I get why Saquon wants a long contract. I get why our man Josh Jacobs wants a big contract. But I also understand the other side is that you pay running backs and they get hurt. Ezekiel Elliott, prime example. He got paid and he fell off a cliff.
Yeah, he did.
And he still don't have a team, by the way.
With his tube tops.
and his nose rings
God.
and everything. But I think the Raiders do need Josh Jacobs.
Oh, of course.
Give him a 2-year deal with a third-year option. But I understand both sides. In the end, I think they'll work it out. But going into that, our next topic, which is a huge rumor, is that Hunter Renfrow. I forget the dude's name. He's a beat reporter for the Raiders, Mexican dude.
Oh, I don't know.
He's
Gutierrez.
Bang, good job, Hawks. He is continually saying that he doesn't think Hunter Renfrow is going to be around, and that after June 1st, he will get traded. And I love me some third down in Renfrow.
Me too. I mean,
But if you can get a player on defense for Renfrow, I would do it in a second.
all right, but
Well, yeah, our receiver room. I say
they have
our
like 30. Yeah, they have like 30 receivers.
and they keep on signing them. By the way,
Yeah,
they keep on signing
I don't know why.
receivers. It's crazy. We did sign a backup center today, though.
Finally.
Yes.
Eagles?
I forget from
Jets.
where. The Jets. But that is a rumor, which I think is very valid because I think he's owed $13 million this year, and that's a lot of money for a 5'8" dude.
He did play bad last year.
Well, he was injured.
hurt a lot of the
He
year.
was injured most of the year, and he's fragile.
Yes,
That's and
he's good though. He's
part of the problem with him being fragile is that they have him on kickoffs and freaking punt returns.
Yeah.
Like he can't withstand those kind of hits. It was stupid, and that's a big reason why they reached and got that receiver
Trey
from
Turner.
Trey Turner, right? Trey Turner.
I believe it's straight.
Yeah.
CJ said Jimmy G wins games, just not important ones. Hashtag coming from a Snyder fan.
Oh,
See, it all depends on what the now is.
Was
What's he gonna do with this team?
that Jimmy G's fault against Kansas City though? They were up on Kansas City, right? I can't remember. See, this is where Rafa
They're probably
Rafa would
10 or
break it
11.
down because they were up, and I think Jimmy G did have one really bad overthrow.
It was overthrow to win the game. Or not, to win the
Yeah,
game.
it was to win the game, and he missed that.
Third and 11. He overthrew,
And it was really bad, right?
It wasn't. I mean, he didn't-
Listen, any
also,
overthrow
I'm
to
just saying, like,
win the Super Bowl is a bad overthrow.
I just think the whole mystique around Jimmy G is like there's nothing bad said about him at all. He wins games, he keeps close, he does what he needs to do.
But he does get hurt.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the stigma.
Oh, CJ said it in all caps, by the way. Yes, it was Jimmy G's fault. He did not manage the game.
Wow. CJ. What do you know about football, CJ? I'm just kidding. CJ's played way more football than I ever have. So,
I forget that Blake Griffin's in the NBA still.
isn't it shocking when we're watching the Celtics Heat game, guys? People think that we have a prompter, but we're just
Yeah,
watching.
they're reading off my
Yeah.
script.
Yes, Eddie Money has a script for us, but we're just watching a basketball game while we do this. But I'm curious. I wasn't a big fan of getting Jimmy G. I wanted a young quarterback.
Me neither. But I tuned in to Devontae Adams' interview with Brandon Marshall today.
Uh-huh.
Quick clip him out. He says he is ecstatic to have Jimmy G.
Really?
You had to say that.
I know a lot of
Well,
the
he
stuff,
doesn't have to.
He doesn't say ecstatic.
That paycheck's gonna come either way.
I'm just saying. I think
he
it was in his best interest to say
Oh, of course.
ecstatic.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, I think he can't say anything else.
Listen,
he
we
can't throw him under the bus.
we gave up a lot for Devontae Adams, and not just because he's an incredible receiver, which he proved last year.
Yeah.
Dude was
Badass.
unbelievable last year. But he's also a great leader. He also is a true professional.
Yeah.
He works his ass off. So you can't be that dude where you're questioning everything.
Yeah.
He got a little loose in an interview and a little fishtail. It's like, whoa.
Well, yeah, that's what brings me concern. Like,
yeah, but I think he's saying he's ecstatic
Yeah.
and calling Ziegler the man. I think he's like, he is in Vegas. He might have been on a bender or something.
yeah, maybe.
So I would love to run into freaking DA in Vegas.
I ran into Mark Davis.
You
He
did?
did run into Mark with 2 hyenas.
Phenomenal
say hi?
haircut.
His haircut was bad. He was wearing all white suit.
He shaved his head now, right?
No, that was a edit. I think.
Yeah, it wasn't real.
Oh, it wasn't real?
Oh,
I thought it was real.
way.
No, it wasn't real.
It didn't even look that bad with unshaved.
Oh,
Looked better
man.
than what he had.
Yeah, he was wearing all white with a girl. I was like maybe 25. Red dress, looking real good.
It's probably every day.
Oh yeah.
Every day for him.
Listen, he is
at the Virgin Hotel, out of all places.
the Virgin Hotel.
Or is it called the Virgin?
Maybe
But,
he's picking them up.
Yeah. There'd be a lot of Arabic guys at the Virgin Hotel.
Is that why you were there?
No, I was there. why was I there? It was with me.
The
Brianna.
Virgin. I'm not sure there is such a
Virgin
thing.
Hotel?
Brianna knows where we were
The
at.
Aladdin? No, there's no
It was me,
Aladdin.
Brianna, Michael Brown, Sean, and Ali. And he's just walking. I forgot what hotel it was.
The Hard
on the strip?
Rock?
No, not the Hard Rock.
I remember.
Virgin?
Yeah, I don't know. Listen.
Oh, that's
That would be a very popular place in Vegas if there was.
the Virgin Hotel? I don't know. Yeah,
called.
but
Well-
either way, that's crazy.
That is what it is.
Cecilia said Aaron Rodgers' photographic memory would have served the Raiders well.
Ooh.
I agree.
Agreed, Grandma.
He is smart as a whip, right? And that's why he did it. I thought it was gonna work. I said it
No.
way before it was even a rumor.
You doubted it the whole time?
The
Jacob?
Jets are not going to be good.
I think they are. I picked them to.
He's
to make
had
the playoffs.
better rosters.
I don't know. He went to a game with Sauce Gardner.
He
to
did
lock in
go.
like that.
Yes,
I think he's all in. Like
No, he's not. He's not all in.
I think he's all in.
He's never been all in ever.
But think about this, Hawks.
He's had better. Okay, well, think about this. First of all, he's in the AFC, which is harder. Better quarterback.
AFC
better,
East.
AFC in general.
AFC in general.
Okay.
He was in the NFC where you could cakewalk to the playoffs.
True.
And
Crip walk.
cakewalk.
Crip
Oh,
and
or-
cakewalk.
Or cripwalk also.
Crip walk with cake.
And still no results to show for it. Besides one Super
What are you
Bowl.
talking about? No results. He's won like 3 MVPs. He won a Super Bowl.
Here we
like-
go. That was like 12 years ago.
It doesn't matter.
It does matter.
You can't say no results and then I just give you 4
You
things.
gave me a Super Bowl that was like 12 years ago.
Listen,
I mean,
So you think him at his age now in a harder conference is gonna do better with the Jets?
I
Explain
think
that.
AFC East. I think
The Bills, Dolphins, Bill Belichick's still in there. Like, what do you? It makes no sense.
I don't think he'll do bad. He's
But
gonna
he'll-
be,
he won't be
he's gonna be
better.
himself.
the Jets
Won't be better.
defense. The Jets defense was incredible.
It'll be new and exciting, and he'll play good.
I think it's
I
a
hope
new
he does
lease on
Super
life.
Bowl.
Think about if you were, stationed in Montana, in a small, and you had to play 15 years there, and no matter what you did, you couldn't have fun. And then in the playoffs, you're playing on the frozen tundra.
I think New York isn't cold. Also,
It's not the frozen tundra. Green Bay, Wisconsin is a different.
you keep
It's a
saying that like it's an
different
argument.
deal. Listen,
Please get Rafa on.
oh,
I can't do this with this guy right now.
Oh man,
I'm just saying he seems happy.
that's why I'm saying To me, it looks like he's all in. He's ready to go.
He's happy at the Knicks games. He's happy
Yeah,
at
yeah.
events. Like, of course he's gonna be happy
Yeah.
there. Like,
He's never done anything like that.
he's never been to a Knicks game ever. Never been to a Knicks game. I'm sure
he's
he's.
catching his second
Not
win.
as he's playing in New York, man. It could give you.
And then the pressure of it too. Can he handle the pressure? He couldn't handle the pressure
No,
at Green Bay.
I think he doesn't care about pressure. He's like
he was
whatever.
the host on Jeopardy. That's pressure, baby.
Oh my!
I mean, filling Trebek's
Still gonna do
shoes
that.
You're right.
is pressure.
Trebek pressure. That's a different.
Trebek.
Say that 3 times.
Trebek.
Trebek.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I think he's gonna do well, and I thought they should have. This all started with Devontae not being happy.
Yeah.
Is that where we started?
Yeah.
Rafa said the Virgin Hotel is the old Hard Rock.
I
Well, I was
told
right.
you. Yes. So you were right, and I was right.
Oh, I don't know how you were right.
I said you're at the Hard Rock.
So
Yeah.
The old one.
The old one.
Yes. I
No,
got to bring
mix
up
that.
old shit foe. So thank you, Rafa, for straightening that out over there. But that is our NFL rundown, brought to you by Custom Cars. Custom with the K, Cars with the Z. Go check out that website. Thank you to Custom Cars for their sponsorship. Couldn't do the show without you. And on to Major League Baseball. We're going to save basketball. And we do have, by the way, a bitch assness segment coming for all of you.
That we do.
Yes.
That's going to be explosive.
Highly anticipated and never duplicated.
Facts.
The bitch assness segment. So, MLB, we are in full swing. Kind of went over the Manny Machado thing. Bad look on his part. Have you guys seen it?
I saw the interview.
I haven't seen it, but doesn't he not care? Like, he's so over it.
But there's a difference between like him not caring about the interview and just being just like straight dickhead.
Just a dick.
So it was bad?
Yeah.
Oh,
so
yeah.
he's like,
I didn't see it.
so he broke a bone in his hand, I believe.
Yes.
And the lady, she's like, so like, how's the process on your hand? Like, when can we see? He's like, oh, I don't really know.
Yeah.
And then she's like, how's your pain level on a scale of 1 to 10? She's like, I don't know. Have you ever broken a bone? Wouldn't you know?
It's like, what do you think?
Yeah.
So just acting annoyed and being a dick.
I mean, she was
Yeah.
she was asking valid questions.
Yeah.
She was doing her job.
Yeah, well, they weren't even stupid questions. They were like pretty like
Yeah.
Standard.
yeah, standard. Like injury coming back
Yeah.
type questions.
Yeah.
And just that's why I'm thinking there has to be a backstory to it. Like, you can't be that big of a dickhead.
Maybe he is.
He is.
I think he is.
He's always been that way.
Well, he owes some Dodger fan like his whole paycheck because he remember that when he was in the on bat circle and he promised that he would win a championship
Oh my
before
Oh
the
yeah.
Dodgers. Yeah. So listen, no denying. And you know what? He's so freaking talented. I think he has a rocket launcher at third. It's kind of fun to watch. Like, I tune in to watch him. He's so talented. But check the attitude at the door, my man.
Just his face. Just looking at his face is just like.
It's the ears.
Jay's
I was gonna say it's the
Jay's a
ears.
big face guy.
It's the ears.
Oh, yeah. You have a
Jay
stupid
doesn't like
face.
faces.
It's a really. We're not going to be friends.
Stupid face.
He has Colin Coward face.
Oh, God.
That's a very punchable
What does
face.
he say? Always?
Always.
Always?
You ever notice that?
Cowherd
Who?
never says
Coward. He
always.
says always.
Always.
Really?
Yeah, he never says always.
Jacob turned me on to that. And ever since then,
Oh,
you can't,
my, I've
you
never-
can't
unhear
You
it.
can't unhear it.
Is it like me saying amazing
It's
20,000
worse.
times?
It's
Almost
worse.
worse.
It's worse.
We should do that. We should have a word of the, when I say something, everyone should take a swig.
And a red alarm goes off.
Yes, everyone has to take a swig every time I say amazing.
Or you always say like.
Or listen. I always say listen.
you say
No,
listen,
or I have a story.
I
or
do
you
have a
always
story.
say accents with weird words like fragile. You say like things that just don't need an accent. to
See,
it.
that's cool.
Fragile. First of all, that's a Christmas story, guy.
I don't know.
That's a thing. So, anyways,
or I have a stat. Especially
I have
during
a stat
football
for that.
season.
I
have a stat for that.
I have a stat for that. I do have a stat for that. But on to a very, very crazy topic. Aaron Judge. And if none of you people have seen it, about, 4 or 5 days ago, 6 days ago?
Yeah.
Aaron Judge was at bat. I believe they were playing Tampa Bay. And he's
They're playing the Blue Jays.
Oh, Blue Jays. I'm sorry. Blue Jays. And he is in his stance, and his eyes make a hard right. Was weird. And the announcers recognized it.
Yeah, they called him out on that.
Called
real
him out
quick.
right away. Like, check out his eyes. What is he doing? Everyone, and listen.
The call is hilarious though, because they're like, "That's so weird." Like he's looking over, and then he just crushes one.
Oh,
They're like, "Oh," and he pummeled it.
I mean, crushed it.
You-
As
Can you
baseball
get the
players,
call on that? Can you find that and play? I think
he pissed.
the call is great.
He
It's
pissed
all-time
all
call.
over that.
I just heard the beginning of it. I didn't even hear the
and like
call of the hit.
and it like the way he hit it, he knew what it was. Like just
So-
just like the placement, it was. There's no way he didn't know that pitch was coming.
So you think he's getting tipped off?
I mean, not that, but maybe the
Listen,
the pitcher
I've
has
never seen
the tell.
Anyone's eyes travel the way his eyes traveled,
Well, he just looked. So he's like this, and he looks.
but
that
it
way.
was awkward.
But mid like almost mid pitch, like almost like he looked and the pitch is coming. It's not like
and he did it to bat before as well.
Oh, he did?
So yes, it wasn't the only
Oh.
time, but his excuse was
His teammates were
His
chirping.
teammates were chirping, and he wanted them to stop.
They were chirping at the umpire, is what he said.
It was like
Makes no sense.
it doesn't make any sense. But the rebuttal is this: he's hit 6 bombs in the last 6 games since.
After that.
Now 7 and not 7.
No way! What a freaking monster!
And the thing is, no one else is doing it on his team. It's just him. So
That's true.
there's really no like evidence to back that he's
Baseball.
pitches.
There's a saying in baseball: if you're not cheating, you're not trying. It's so true. We have Michael Brown in the house. Michael Brown would attest to this. I mean, it's a constant game of cheating.
Yeah.
It's because there's signs.
But God forbid you celebrate.
And do not.
God forbid you celebrate either a home run or a nice pitch or whatever, a strikeout. But cheat away.
I kind of like it. I kind of like the fact that.
Jimmy Butler's ridiculous.
Oh,
there you go. There you
here we go. Jimmy Buckets getting in. Is that
Grant Williams?
Williams' face?
Is that Debo?
What you got on my 40, punk?
He's a dog.
Dude, Jimmy Butler is a dog.
My grandmama gave me that chance.
This mic is both ours.
Look at this.
Oh, so he hits a 3. Williams.
And does he chirp?
Oh, there you go.
Here we go.
There you go.
Then watch.
Oh, that's the wrong dude to talk
just to make
shit
him laugh.
to.
See his
And look
face?
at and 1.
Jimmy Bucket's about to take this game over. Jimmy Bucket's about to take this game over.
I love that.
That's
I
great.
love that.
This is what the league needs.
Yeah.
In baseball, you'd get a freaking ball to the dome right after that. But this is great. It is great. Jimmy Buckets is a dog.
I hope he wins. This Lakers don't make it.
He's
Wow.
That's the only team I'll be rooting for.
Yeah, I want him to get a ring.
I'm a Jimmy.
Why?
I'm a Jimmy.
I love
Buckets.
Jimmy Butler. He deserves one for sure.
First of all, he drinks great wine.
He's a good person. Too.
I think I found
The call.
Goodness.
Here we go. Here's the call.
Deep drive, center field. There it goes. See ya.
I think that's the New York Yankees one.
Monster
Oh,
shot.
yeah, because it was the broadcast team that found it,
Yes.
which
Yeah.
is how everybody started.
Yeah,
So-
it's the Blue Jays broadcast.
And it's 2-2.
Oh, here we go. Here it
Long
is.
hold here by Jackson. And it's 2-2. All right, Buck. So you and I looked at each other at the same moment right when we saw this 3 pitches ago.
Watch what he's looking at.
Yeah. What is that?
Man,
Where's he
snitches,
looking?
man.
Where's he
Damn.
looking? And he did it more than
Nosy.
once.
Yeah, it's really, really unusual. But you and I both looked at each other when we saw that.
Like, did you see what I saw?
Yeah.
And you don't want
And then he just cranked it?
You know, throwing allegations
Right here.
around without knowing, but
No. And you know what? Yeah, I have had guys look back when I was catching, and you obviously could see it, and he couldn't see the catcher with the way he was looking right there.
yeah, just did it again. And he pummeled it.
That's such a great call.
For his second home run.
And he pummeled it.
The pause is just epic.
Oh man.
The other announcer's voice is super weird.
Peter Griffin. He's
Yes.
saying, is
Oh,
that Peter
yes.
Griffin?
that is
Yes, Peter Griffin is announcing for the Blue Jays.
Yeah, that
apparently.
call's great.
That is a great call. But listen, do I think he was cheating? 100%. I thought he was cheating.
I mean, I don't think it's cheating if he's getting if the pitcher's tipping his pitches,
but
he's not looking
He's,
at-
look,
he's
not,
not looking at the
looking.
pitcher.
He's looking at the corner of the dugout
or the first base coach maybe.
or the first base coach
He's like, hey, like making signs
or
like,
the first base coach. 100%. 100%.
I feel like if it was the first base coach, I feel like they would have found that out already. Because like,
they have cameras
Yeah.
usually.
But that shouldn't be illegal.
Dude, let me tell you, there's baseball professional. I mean, baseball managers and first base, they should be in the CIA.
Yeah.
I mean, they are like straight detectives, and baseball's insane.
Yeah.
It's a cheating sport. It always has been. But the funny thing is, I think he's cheating 100%. But he shut everyone up.
Yes, because he pummels balls.
Either that or check out
Pause.
this. We always saw this.
Yeah.
There was a conspiracy last year about the balls that the Yankees played were.
Oh, yeah.
So
Didn't Eddie Money put up the stat?
He
Because
did.
The away, he hit as many or a little bit less from away games and home games.
Yeah, it kind of blew my theory
Oh, yeah,
out
I
of the
remember.
water. Kind of did that. And listen, maybe baseball's like, we don't want this. I don't know, man. But listen, I would kill for Aaron Judge on my team.
Rafa said he still needs to hit it, guys. Last year he hit what, 60 plus?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Facts. And I shout out to. That's why, honestly, Rafa, I don't care if he was cheating.
Yeah, I'm not like mad about it.
I'm not even mad about it. Like, don't tip your pitches.
Yeah, that's the pitcher's
Don't tip your
I actually
pitches.
don't- yeah, if that's different, if there's a thing that the pitchers are giving away and he looks at his first base coach to give a hint,
Yeah,
I don't think that's cheating.
not
That's
cheating.
bad.
I
on
don't think
him.
that's cheating either.
Yeah.
Listen, one of the best the hitters, and Rafa will tell you this, is Mike Trout. He gets the little nuances that a pitcher does, and that's why he hits the ball so damn good, because he knows what's coming.
Smart.
It's a part of baseball. It's almost, if you could, the thing with Trout is he recognizes it with his own eyes. Oh man, with this
Boston
game.
pissed Jimmy Butler off, and now they're gonna lose this game.
Oh, Jimmy Butler.
Well, did he kick his feet out though?
No, I don't think so.
A couple
Look
of
at-
minutes
look
ago,
at-
like when we said it before we watched the clip, Rafa goes,
Oh, I think they
Jimmy is
called it.
coming. And then
Yep.
we were talking about cheating. He goes, cheating is these refs. He said, first free throw of the second half, refs don't have the fix.
Oh, look at how far he comes forward.
Yeah,
Jimmy.
he kicks him out.
That is, if you challenge that,
They are
Offensive.
challenging that.
that's a no call.
By the way, thank you, Rafa. He said, Eddie Money, great producer.
Yes. That was awesome, Eddie Money. Great job finding that. That sounded really good too.
Yeah.
That was great.
Sounded
That
really,
was really good.
So
He said, I think that's a foul on Jimmy.
Yeah, his legs are kicked out.
that's
His legs are like 3 feet.
Yeah.
where he jumped.
here's right now. Jimmy Butler is the biggest dog in the NBA.
I think he's jumped some people for me in my top 10, top 7 NBA list. 'Cause usually I have him around like 10. I think he's jumped for me like at least
In the
6.
NBA right
Yeah,
now.
right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, let's get back to our baseball segment. Let's go into another Yankee, the Sweat and Rosin thing, right? Domingo Germán suspended, I believe, for 10 games for sticky ickies.
Sticky icky icky.
And man, I wish we could bring on Michael Brown for this, because Michael Brown is a proponent of, and Michael Brown, if you don't know, amazing catcher, played college ball.
I have a funny story. So he had a game at Citrus.
Really?
I lived in Duarte at the time, and I was like, okay, let's go see him.
I didn't know that.
Yep, and he hit I don't want to say it was a grand slam. He might have hit a two shot
Bang, bang.
homer. What was it, Michael Brown?
J-Bird just recalled
When I went to your game?
at Citrus, one of your 2 home runs he saw. I saw one, and he saw the other.
Yeah. It was
So,
nice.
so Michael Briz,
He came to one of my best games, yes.
yeah, it was.
I made it seem like it was every game.
Yeah.
We're
I was
talk-
like, sheesh.
welcome everybody. This is M Bizzles and the Hizzles for Shizzles and Bizzles. My son-in-law, one of the best realtors out there in the game. Say hello to everybody, M Bizzles.
Hello.
Hello.
He joined us on the Raiders schedule last episode. Now he's in the flesh.
Yes. Look at it. I wish you could get a camera on you. You look so proper.
He looks so ready.
It looks like he works for ESPN, does he not? like,
Are you Michael Schefter right now?
yeah, I feel like we should put a bookcase behind you with a couple helmets and like just
Some trophies in the background.
so official. So, M Bizzles, we talked about Aaron Judge and the whole side eye thing.
Yeah,
Did you see it?
I did.
Thoughts? Do you think he was cheating?
No, I actually believe
His story?
correct.
Really?
Yeah, and what's funny is that initially I texted you, and I said 95% he knew exactly what was coming because he hit it 460 feet.
Yes.
But since then, I don't know. I was watching like his interviews and what he's saying, and you know, I know people will say like, well, what else is he gonna say?
Yeah.
But,
He's hit 7 dingers now.
Yeah.
Since
yeah.
7 straight games.
Yeah, but he's also has a history of hitting a lot of home runs too.
Good
It's
point.
not like he's like
Accurate.
all
Doing
of
this
a
out of
sudden
nowhere.
out of nowhere hitting 7 home runs in a short span. But yeah, initially I didn't believe what he was saying, and then like I said, after I watched all that stuff, then I did. But the problem is that sign stealing is a part of baseball.
Yes.
It always has been in growing up in Little League. You usually got it off of the coach,
Yep.
you know, and then as you get into the, you know, higher levels, you're looking for tells from the pitcher, from the catcher,
Yeah.
you know.
Trout's one of the best. That's why he's such a damn good hitter.
100%. And that's not cheating. That is a competitive advantage.
Yes.
That as long as you're not banging on trash cans, and I said this, as long as you're not banging on trash
You
cans,
don't have a buzzer attached to
correct,
your chest.
using technology to do it, it's fair game.
If you're doing it the old-fashioned way, I mean,
Yes.
you're just using your eyes and
Yes.
common sense.
Yep.
It's fine. Fair game.
100%. The most common one is like, you know, pitchers shaking their gloves, a different, you know, a little bit less when they're throwing an off-speed pitch.
Holding at different angles.
100%. What we didn't like is, you know, if the runner at second base is looking at the grip of the pitcher because he can see it,
Yeah.
and then is, you know, he looks left for off speed, looks right for fastball, down for, you know, they all have different signs.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
that we didn't like because that falls. It's baseball is such a gray area. If you haven't played it like growing up. And you just like came in out of nowhere and you were good at it.
Yeah.
You'd be so pissed off at all the
Eddie Money,
unwritten
should
rules.
we,
Yeah.
should we turn on that light?
Oh yeah.
So my theory is if you're not, more than any other sport, if you're not cheating, you're not trying. And that applies to baseball 1,000%. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, but that's the thing is like it's not cheating.
There's obviously a line, right? There's
Yeah.
there's the old-fashioned, like how you said in Little League.
Yeah.
Like if they're doing something that you could actually see and pay attention to, then fine, it's all fair game.
In football, same thing. Quarterbacks
Yeah.
have tells.
Yeah.
When they're gonna run it, you know.
If you're a linebacker looking at the running back, the running back's eyes
Correct.
are looking at this hole.
Yes.
I know exactly where you're going.
And that's
are we
not
ready
cheating.
Are we ready for a battery change, Eddie Money?
No, we're still good.
Okay, let's do
We can finish up MLB.
Okay, let's finish up MLB, which is why I wanted to bring you on, because you have a great opinion on this. Domingo Germán was suspended from the Yankees. They caught him with a very sticky, icky
I saw that.
substance. And when I talked to you about this, I thought you had a very interesting take on this. Is that you would prefer pitchers to have some kind of grip? And
I do.
Can you elaborate on that?
I want to hear
So
this.
yeah, there's two things to that. I didn't play, you know, Major League Baseball, of course. So I've never faced like a major.
I always tell your father that if you were my son, I every time I get drunk, I always tell his dad, if Michael Brown was my son,
So-
he would be in the major leagues. He looks at me like,
does
shut
creep
your
up.
ass.
So
you fat
I've only caught one Major League arm ever, and their stuff is different. There's no doubt about it. I caught one bullpen with one Major League guy. It is completely different from anything you'll ever see. So,
But you've batted against.
oh yeah, there's
Give the list. Go ahead. Don't be shy.
well
Montgomery,
Montgomery, Trevor Power,
Trevor Bauer.
who's not lighting it up by the way over in Yapan.
Really?
No, he's had a few rough starts lately, but.
Nice.
Yeah, our senior year had a bunch of guys that ended up going pro. But anyways, this is like
So modest.
this is like
So
we're
modest.
we're going back to high school
Yeah,
days.
don't make me bring my highlight tapes
we make
out.
fun of
That's
those
all I
guys.
can. That's all I can do is go back to high school. Michael Brown.
Yeah.
You played in college.
Yeah, no, but seriously, I would prefer because everyone's throwing 97 to 100 miles an hour now.
That's
and
ridiculous.
you've seen that people get hit in the head, and it's not just like, oh, I have a helmet, I'm fine. Like
Yeah.
these dudes get nailed.
A
And
la
they're down.
Justin
They're getting hit
Turner.
in the face now.
Correct, and they have those face
That's
guards.
crazy.
So I would prefer they have a little bit more control on their balls. Just my opinion.
Giggity.
Because
For that.
I would rather, I'd rather my career not
was
be
good.
over because I got smoked in
Yeah.
the head.
Yeah.
I'd rather strike out a few extra times with
Yes.
pitcher having
That's
more
true.
grip.
Than being able not to
I could-
see out of
That's
your
just me.
left eye.
I could totally see that.
I'm not fighting for a contract because that's the other side of this thing is like they have an advantage now against me. This is taking food away from my family.
True.
Contract money away from me.
There's two sides to it.
100%.
Pros and cons.
So, but that's my opinion on that.
So yes, there's a whole thing. Is it suntan lotion? with rosin equals sweat. I mean,
Well, you saw the Scherzer thing, right?
the Scherzer thing was crazy.
sure
He swears up and down he didn't do it.
So you watched it on ESPN during Sunday Night Baseball. They replicated exactly what was done to Scherzer that day, and after they swabbed the hand with the rubbing alcohol, it became like Stick'em.
Literally
serious?
like that commercial.
100%.
They held a ball up at the palm.
Like Little Giants, hot hand heated?
Yes. It was just like that.
Really?
I swear to you, yes. It's
Freddie B style.
yeah, so I think he got thrown out because of what Major League Baseball made him do after he already done what he had done.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
he swears is sweat and rosin.
But
It's possible.
Never trust a guy with two different colored eyeballs.
Yeah, seriously. That's true.
But it's so interesting because a lot of people don't understand baseball. And you listen, I agree with you. I'd rather have a dude,
who's not going to destroy my
who's
face?
not gonna. But also, Randy Johnson, he was wild. Some say a little bit on purpose.
Effectively wild is what they call that.
Effectively wild. That's what my wife calls me.
I was about to say the
thing.
same thing.
Yeah. No,
Or non-effectively wild, maybe.
Yeah.
yeah, Randy Johnson's a great example. Of
Right?
that.
I mean, he's scary. You don't want batters to be comfortable in the box.
Mm-hmm.
That is an advantage. That's why you pitch inside. I think Clemens. Heard something today.
he's another guy,
I
too.
have a stat. Clemens had 354 freaking wins.
Yes. I texted you that.
That's insane.
And when I was going through the list, I said Verlander and Greinke have more wins than Kershaw. Would you have known that had
No.
I have told you? No.
No.
You would think Kershaw was ahead of them by a decent margin too.
Greinke?
He's like 100 behind.
Greinke,
You really?
no, they both have 200 and they're not that far ahead. Verlander's I think ahead of Greinke, but Kershaw's like a good season behind them of wins.
Wow.
I think Kershaw has 250, and you're right. I was thinking Clemens 350.
Yes.
He's like 100 behind Clemens.
Yes. And Clemens, it's crazy how many wins you have, and you're like, okay, so he played X amount of years, so that
Yeah.
means you would have had to average X amount of wins per season, and you're just like doing the numbers in your head. You're like, damn, this dude was an absolute monster.
Like I wasn't so sure that we should have resigned Kershaw, and that was really stupid because he's been really good.
Yeah.
This year, he had a rough going last outing, but do you see Kershaw pitching another 5 years?
No chance.
Oh, no way.
But that's kind of what he has to do to hit 300.
Yeah. And what's funny is I would have thought he wouldn't have made it this far, how it was going 2 years ago.
Right? Back injury every
Agreed.
freaking year.
Yep.
Yeah, he's out for a good third of the season no matter what.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're like, he's got to
just
think about the bullpen or
Jinxed him.
yeah, who knows what. But yeah, he's been our most consistent pitcher, as crazy as that sounds at his age, which tells you the state of the Dodgers starting pitching.
Yep.
Julio Urias has been throwing.
Yeah, as
great
Petros would say, he got his nips ripped off last night. He's got his booby tassels.
I
ripped
got
off.
I got two questions for you. So one's from Rafa. Rafa said, "Did the Astros bang on trash cans the 4 games at the Dodger Stadium?"
Yes.
Yeah. What?
That's just what he asked.
Yeah, of course he asked that.
I'm sure he has a rebuttal to
Is
that.
he saying they
Sec-
didn't?
No, he's saying like Dodgers suck and still,
Oh,
no
of
matter
course,
it
of
wasn't the road.
Rafa does not mind the Astros cheating.
No, he does not.
No.
Yes. Apparently he had money on the Astros and he also hates the Dodgers. We've been over that.
That is so on.
What's
on
his
script for
what's
Rafa.
his
I have the second question. So, if you side with like the pitchers having more of a grip, what do you think about like everyone being like steroided up?
So
there you
steroid. So here's the thing, and this is crazy to say, but the first book that I read cover to cover, like
Ever?
every single page, every single word, was Jose Canseco's Juiced.
really?
The first book I read cover to cover.
I would have went Dr. Seuss Screen Eggs and Ham.
No.
Cover to cover, all 6 pages.
Correct. Yeah. And so what I learned from that, which I mean, Jose Canseco's like totally off reservation now with just the stuff he says. Every other tweet is about how A-Rod's a cheater and he
Listen.
can't get A-Rod out of his head.
That book proved to be like 100% true.
I know it's okay. So that's what I'm saying is his thing was, if you use steroids the right way, it can only help you. Now, I am not a doctor, obviously, but
You just play one on this podcast?
yes.
You just dress like one.
Yes, so full
on this
disclaimer, this is not medical advice.
That's a good disclaimer.
But yeah, the T Nobodies attorney over there is looking at me.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, but seriously, I am okay with. Imagine if, like in basketball, load management. In baseball, such a grind. 162 games in however 180, 90 days. It's crazy.
It's crazy.
But imagine if you could make sure everyone remains healthy, can play every game. It only, in my opinion, if it's not abused, it can only help the players and the game. More home runs.
Healthier
pitchers can pitch more often.
recovery.
Yes.
So I told you guys this story, and I'm not going to name any names because I don't need FBI at my door, but I talked to somebody that is super legit in the know, someone very high up in Major League Baseball. That's as far as I'm going to go. And I don't know this person, and I would deny it, and they would deny it. But he said during the steroid era, the pitchers used steroids way more than the batters, and it was because of recovery. And it wasn't, Pettis came out and said it. It's like to put your arm and elbows and body, I mean, every pitch is taxing.
Yeah.
It's major concentration. You're giving full, it's like maxing out 90 times on bench, right?
Sheesh.
It's crazy,
God.
but that's what pitching is it not?
Well, so yeah, it's mechanics mostly because I tried to pitch a couple times, and if you don't do it properly, with your lower half, and then let your arm follow through the progression of your body, your arm's gonna die. So that's look at every good pitcher, their lower half is pretty
Yes.
intense.
Rotund.
Correct. So, but yeah, I totally agree. You're literally giving max effort on, and what people don't understand is that yes, I threw 103 pitches, but I also warmed up in the bullpen for 35 to 40 pitches. I threw 8 to 10 pitches in between innings, and I pitched 7 innings. So there's another 70. So I'm throwing
Long ball before
Correct.
the game.
Correct. I'm throwing long toss, whatever. So I'm 300 to 350 throws
Shit.
every 5 days, and then in between those days, I'm doing bullpens. So that's what I'm saying is I think I'm not saying full on steroids, but there's got to be things that players, because right now it's like nothing.
There's nothing you can do.
Correct. There's
Yeah.
nothing, but there should be things I think that players should be able to take and negotiate it through the CBA, but there should be things to help with recovery and stamina, because that only helps the game. I don't think it cheats it.
Yes.
and
I
all that.
can never see that happening with
I
how
blow out-
old school baseball is.
Yeah, I mean they're
So-
pretty.
But I never thought the pitch clock would
I
be
love
here,
that.
So I love it too.
My wife hates it. Brianna hates it, but
I love it.
Rafa hates it.
games are 2.5 hours, 2 hours and 15 minutes. Like it's beautiful.
I can actually
Yeah.
watch it on TV now.
Yeah,
It's great.
people.
Listen, I throw out my left shoulder on a hard left turn in my car. It just pops out completely. So
When you're trying to reverse,
yes, I'm just like, my shoulder. So that great. I mean, listen,
that was
hard hitting stuff right here.
compelling and rich.
Well, should we take our break now, Eddie Money? That is our baseball segment.
By the way, Rafa said he likes the pitch clock.
Oh,
What?
really?
All of a sudden,
Oh, you know what? Rafa doesn't like my idea of the automatic strike.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what it
zone,
was. Yeah, I
which
think that was that.
I need in my life.
Yeah, everyone needs that.
No, not Rafa.
I know, but we're not taking anything away from the game. A strike's a strike and a ball's a ball. Angel Hernandez should not be able.
I was just gonna bring that up. Angel Hernandez has only been behind the plate like 3 or 4 times. How weird is that?
So he's only been in one game since I think like what was it? I heard like April 3rd or something like that. I saw
really?
that.
Well,
Yeah.
there was an amazing story. Will Clark was on this podcast, and he tells this amazing story.
Yeah.
I said amazing twice. This great story on how Angel Hernandez was on behind the plate. He got some pretty bad calls, some really bad calls, and Will Clark looked at him funny. Anyways, long story endless. They're at a bar, and Will Clark sends these guys some beers. Said he paid like $30 for a round of beers. Went up to him and said, "Hey, great job." He's like, "That's all you have to say to me?" He's like, "Yep. Enjoy your beers." And that's it. He said, going forward, when Angel Hernandez was behind the plate, there's some crazy stat where, like, basically he hooked him up.
Yeah.
Like, hooked him up, which is, it's human nature, right? And ever since that came out, it was like, whoa. Like, but it was a great story.
Yeah, no, I totally believe it. I believe that happens more than you think. And that's why I'm saying, for the integrity of the game, for them to be against it, we're not taking anything away from the umpires. You could still stand there, wear your freaking helmet, wear your gear, call pitches and balls and strikes off an earpiece.
Yeah, people are gonna forget that it's
We're
a
still
computer.
gonna pay you the same to do less work. Who the hell has a problem with that?
Yes.
Any one of us would do less for the same amount of money.
100%.
Why wouldn't they?
People can't talk shit.
But they think that that's the first step to getting them
out
completely booted. But I think for the product, you're making money hand over fist with these media deals. Like, I don't sign a crazy lengthy contract or something.
Yeah.
These umpires, and it makes their job easier. It's not confrontational anymore.
Yeah.
Hey, coach, you're chirping. Talk to the computer. Talk to your pitcher, not me.
Speaking of chirping, what we're watching right now, is that 8.4 seconds left, anybody?
Yep.
Yeah.
Game over.
They pissed
love
off
it.
the wrong vato.
I love it. I love
Jimmy
Miami.
Buckets does it again.
In Boston.
What
In Boston.
a G. Look at Rafa's going crazy right now.
You know what's funny is so we're on the way here. Brianna's like, "Oh man, I think it was -9 or something. Boston -10." She's like, "What do you think?" And I'm the biggest mush you've ever seen. So if you guys should all call me and ask me
Michael
what my
Mush?
opinion is.
What is your
Michael
opinion? I'll do the opposite.
Michael Mush.
I was like, "Nah, it's game 2. That's a lot of points. I don't like it." And she's like, "I feel like Miami's gonna win this."
Wow.
And I don't know if she ended up betting, but
That's one dude you don't piss off.
She did.
They had it. They
because
could've won.
me, Jacob, and her were all sitting on the couch, like wondering what to take for this game. And she's like, "I'm kind of
I
feeling
love it.
Boston."
Boston fans dejected is the best thing you've ever seen. In your
It is
life.
kind of awesome. It is
It
kind
is
of
the
awesome.
best. Where's Dave Portnoy?
Oh, yes.
hate
He was
that dude.
courtside game 1.
He was
I know,
courtside game 1.
Yeah.
But quick commercial break.
Quick commercial, but Michael Brown, I hope that
Thank you guys for having me.
I hope you rejoin us.
That was great.
We were
Yeah.
talking basketball.
Okay.
Basketball playoffs.
All right, guys. We have 2 minutes.
Let's make it 3.
Yee.
And for the first time,
For the first
Eddie
time
is
in
here
history.
first.
Look at Rafa. Look what I did. Yes, and might have had an accident because I cut it short, but I made it here. Thank you to Michael Briz for joining us for our baseball segment. Jay's in there like lollygagging. Michael Brown, I need you, Michael Brown. Thank you guys for joining us again. You know what I'm also going to need? I'm going to need get some beers. Thank you guys for joining us. Quick little pee break. It's 8. We have a half hour left at least. We just went over some baseball stuff. Now let's get into basketball. Speaking of basketball, right? We just saw an awesome game where Jimmy, I think he just went up 2 notches in everyone's book today. And it's hard to argue that. Are we live? Yeah. We are live and direct. What do you think about that, Michael Briz?
Think about what?
What do you think about Jimmy Buckets might have just jumped a couple players all time? Like,
well, I was just telling Jake. Yeah, I was just talking about it inside with Jacob. That's Jimmy Buckets is amazing, of course, but how good is Spoelstra?
Spoelstra has to be considered
top 3 coach.
I think he sucks on the blood of Miami young women because
Pat Riley.
Pat Riley. He's draining Pat Riley
blood.
Yes, the dude hasn't aged, and he continually. Is he the longest tenured coach in the NBA right now? I bet you he is.
With one team?
With one team, for sure.
He might be.
That's what tenured means.
Woo! Well, here we go. College educated.
Damn.
Getting a little.
I got schooled.
Yes, I mean,
forgetting about Pop.
Oh,
yeah,
Pop.
He's got to be number 1.
And now Pop getting the.
Spoelstra is 2.
And Spoelstra is 2. Yeah, Pop looks rough. By the way, Pop. I think I ran onto him
threw the towel in
on Olympic Boulevard.
He just gave up. He was trying to throw the towel in, and then they got the first pick. And he's like, fuck.
He's gonna come in clean shaven, haircut on Monday.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Like. Someone just did a homeless makeover on somebody. Pop looks straight up homeless.
A queer eye for the
Like there's I drive through the streets of LA every day and I see Popovich at least 6 times. Like, is that Pop? No, that's just a homeless guy. But listen, I love me some Pop. He just got a boost of energy. I think Dame Lillard needs to jump ship. I think he needs to go to San Antonio.
I've been saying that for how many years?
I've been saying it, man.
A long time.
And he doesn't want to be the super team, guys. And guess what? He wasn't early to the boat, and now he's too late. It's over.
Well, yeah, his whole thing is every interview he does is like, yeah, man, people chasing championships.
Yeah, I want to do it my way.
You want a championship. Every player wants one. You just nowadays you have to do what you got to do.
It goes to my argument where I said there's always been a Batman and Robin. There hasn't been one championship that has been won. And what
they had some people.
I made a comment on that post, and I said Kawhi didn't have a Robin in Toronto.
Yeah,
that was one, and then also Dirk.
Dirk, Jason Terry.
Did he have Steve Nash or
Sean Marion?
Yeah, they had a listen. Maybe not
Sean Marion was.
Maybe not Batman and Robin.
It's like, that's like, but he had Catwoman or something.
But he had like Catwoman.
That's not Batwoman.
Maybe Flash. Maybe.
But compare those teams. No, that Mavericks team was solid.
No, it was.
I would not compare
Lowry?
to.
Maybe that was his Robin.
That was his Robin.
The closest thing we could even consider Robin.
What about Vanderbuck? What's his name?
No, it's
Vandersloot.
It's Van Vliet.
Fred Van Fleet.
Fred Van Fleet. No. Listen, I thought he was a joke, but the dude has turned out not to be a joke.
Oh yeah, he's actually a solid player.
And he also had Drake on his side.
True. Yeah. I think Drake was the Robin.
Yeah.
Drake might
be a better choice than Lowry.
Listen, Drake might have been Kawhi's Robin.
Yeah, I agree.
So I still stand by there has to be 2. There has to be 2.
Yeah.
I also am a fan of Dame Lillard leaving and going after a championship. I don't see anything wrong with it. I really don't. You've given everything to the Northwest.
At this point,
And he has a Raider tattoo. And he is the best NBA rapper of all time.
Yeah.
How about that for a list?
We're just gonna ignore Kobe or
Oh, don't
I don't
even.
know. Miles Bridges is up there.
Bridges raps
Is
too?
Yeah, but he actually got like arrested. So.
Oh,
But
perfect.
maybe that might have moved him into the real rapper.
Yes, that might.
I think he staged. I think he
gives him a
staged his
bump.
arrest to get more credit.
You know what? Mark that. We got to go top 5 athlete rappers of all time.
I'm not gonna lie.
Are you a Shaq Fu guy?
Well, he was good. Darren Waller's.
No.
Oh,
Don't.
No.
Jay.
Hey,
no.
Oh,
the first album he made last year, that was pretty good. There was like 4 good songs. I liked them.
Listen,
You gotta be kidding.
I liked him.
Yeah, listen.
I even told Jacob.
Over
Jacob
here.
knows.
I would keep that fucking shit a secret. Darren Waller is Garbaggio
Now
at
he
the
is.
Bellagio.
Now he is.
What do you mean? No, rapping. He's horrible.
He was fine. He was okay. He was cool.
You're the inner circle that thank God he doesn't have.
Yes.
Thank God. You'd be
Yes.
hyping him up like, dude, this is
Dude,
fire.
this is amazing.
Bro,
This
this is the
is-
best song I ever heard in my
yes.
life.
This football thing, it's a flash in the pan.
Those bars are so
this is your real
fire.
career.
Yes, you need to rap about being sober all the time. Wow.
I'm not gonna go there.
Yeah. Well, listen. I agree. But top 5, I gotta go. Dame Lillard, I said number 1.
He's pretty good.
Shaq number 2.
Okay, I agree so far.
Any football players? I'm not Antonio Brown, and
Oh,
I'm not
wow.
giving you any. I'm just gonna go 2. My list is 2. Dame Lillard, and anyone out there.
I know Iverson had to have made a song. I think he did.
No way.
I think he did. I might be wrong.
It's not really my realm.
Yeah.
Does Master P count?
Hey, he played. He played a couple games or a few games.
Deion Sanders made a song.
Too legit to
shit.
quit. Yes.
You
Probably one of the most famous.
I would
songs.
put Le'Veon Bell in my top 5 rappers.
Le'Veon Bell,
Because when I was in like
3rd grade.
8th grade, I think that's when like I clicked to because he was on my fantasy team, so I followed him on Instagram.
Oh.
And he was like, check out my songs. You know, I checked it out.
That had to be the year that he was sitting
wasn't
out.
that bad.
I
He
was
had
gonna
no-
say.
he had nothing to do.
Probably.
It's really good advice from his agent.
I don't know,
Yeah.
we need to look.
He lost
that up.
20. He lost $21 million. By the
Correct.
way,
Oof.
for
Betting on
not
himself.
doing that.
And then you realize you can't run as good as you could in Pittsburgh anywhere.
Yeah.
Le'Veon Bell might have had the most odd running style I've ever seen of any running back.
Yeah.
It was
amazing, though.
so crazy, right?
Like beyond patient. Like patient
a-
and then more patient.
Because it's the exact opposite of what a running back coach would tell you. Hit
Running
the
up.
hole
Running up.
as hard as you can, and he was incredible. Shout out to Le'Veon Bell. But that was our baseball segment.
By the way, number 2 is on. I looked up like top athlete rappers. Number 2 is Iman Shumpert.
Really, though.
God. Well, his wife is a ex R&B singer or a
Is she?
something like that.
Really?
Yeah.
They had a show, no?
I don't watch that type of stuff. I wouldn't know.
Oh, please.
I'm more of a Bravo guy.
Oh, I'm
We
sure.
got to listen to that.
Meta World Peace actually made a song too.
Really. I'm not talking shit about Meta World
Yeah,
Peace.
we're not.
Not going to happen.
No.
Not going to happen.
Not in my house.
So let's go over NBA playoffs. Heat just awesomely beat the Celtics at home in front of Portnoy.
Rafa said Iverson did an album and Stern shut it down. Too many bad words.
See?
Really?
I knew it.
You know,
We're a fan right there.
Right?
so listen, Iverson was a huge influential piece. Iverson changed a whole bunch of shit. They had to go through a whole bunch of because he was wearing baggy shit. He brought the baggy shit on. They changed the rules that you had to dress a suit, all for Iverson.
If I'm not mistaken, he was the first one with the sleeve.
Really?
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. People hated Iverson, but dude, he was a dog. And Iverson, if you guys don't know, from Newport News, Virginia, he was a G quarterback. Iverson.
Oh, I seen the highlights.
Michael Vick says that everyone looked at Allen Iverson that he was better than Michael Vick was at quarterback.
Damn.
He was legit. Number 10, unbelievable. Shout out to AI, artificial intelligence.
Jay also hit another one on the head. AI first person with a sleeve.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's what made it popular.
Horrible shoes though. His shoes,
He had amazing shoes.
Whoa, horrible.
his and ones. Those I
They
was
weren't
never.
The Reeboks.
I
Reeboks, the
was never a
influence.
fan of the
Those are
AIs.
sweet shoes.
Those are
I had
sweet.
the baby blue. Ooh, yeah.
Never a
Good.
fan of AI shoes, but apparently,
Eddie.
I,
What
you
about
know,
Kobe space shoes?
They just made a comeback like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, you guys know way more than I do about shoes, so I'll bow to
I had
that.
the yellow Kobe's with the yellow uniform back in the day, elementary school. It was.
Did you straight up
sweet.
show in full uniform to elementary school, all Kobe'd out?
Yeah. Hey guys, I have a game today. I'm just wearing my jersey. don't mind me.
I actually like the Kobe's, the shoes. I think they're kind
Now?
of
I love the
Almost
Kobe
every
shoes.
a lot of NBA players wear Kobe shoes.
Uh-huh.
It's 2 out of the 5. 2 of his shoes are the top 5 worn shoes in the NBA. Kobe 6 number 1s, Kobe
right now.
4s. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Have you put a pair on?
Love
I've
them.
never
They're
bought.
so comfortable.
I feel like a hypocrite because everyone knows I'm a big Kobe fan, and then I sided with Shaq during the split. You know, in a divorce, I chose Shaq, not Kobe, which was probably wrong. And I turned into a huge Kobe hater for a long time.
Long time.
Respect to Kobe
Now you have to wear Shaq shoes at Big Five.
Trend ones.
at Kmart. But shout
Yeah.
out to Shaq.
I know he was smart by doing that.
He changed the game. How about that?
Yeah.
Shaq, I mean, amazing person and businessman, by the way.
Made them affordable.
Yeah.
Gabrielle said he's been waiting for my husband to buy me some Kobe's.
Who said that?
Whoa, your wife, guy.
My wife. Well, I don't know. People just asking for Kobe's. Oh yeah. So you know what? My old Kobe's are in the garage. I think they can still fit.
Well, here we go.
I will say real quick before we move on, I collect Kobe shoes. I have like 10 to 12 pairs of them.
Yes,
Love 'em.
size 17.
We should get them all right here.
Wow.
All right
Hi,
there.
Gucci.
Only like 3 of my shoes would fit on this.
Listen, everybody, special guest. The Gucci Mama is here. My granddaughter, the most beautiful human being on the planet. Say hi, Gucci's. Say hi. She's incredible. They went to the Long Beach Aquarium today. But let's put that series away, which I think the Heat, obviously,
Are going to.
are going to. But let's get into the topic of the night. Lakers Nuggies.
Let's do it.
And if there ever was a must-win game, it was last night.
It was last night.
And I didn't see a lot of it. I was listening to the radio. I got a big tattoo last night, and it hurts
Where?
very profusely. My forearm is
Oh, I didn't see
blown up, yes. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. But I was listening to it on the radio, and even Joe McDonald or whatever the hell his name is, and
I was gonna say Norm.
and Michael Thompson, they were trashing
Lakers?
LeBron
Yeah.
for taking way. Was he 0 for 10 in threes?
What's that stat?
Last,
He's like
0 for 10 from 3 in the finals. Or in the conference finals is what someone
from
who said-
three? From 3-point?
Yeah, who said that
oh, I
picture?
think I sent it.
I think you sent
Stupid.
it.
Yeah.
Shocker!
dumb.
Surprise!
And then he's shooting like
surprise.
29% or
Yeah.
something like that from the field so far. I think was what that was sent.
I think I have it.
Our
last game in the third quarter, he was 0 of 6 from 3-pointers. I'm still chucking him up.
It's just it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make
He's
Oh,
gassed.
so hold on.
yes.
Ghetto Bird coming through.
So look at in the 2023 playoffs, he's 21 for 90 in 3 points,
Yeah,
and then in the conference finals, 0 for 10,
There you go.
which is horrendous.
it's really bad. It's not his game.
23%.
23%. Yeah, where's Rafa when you need him?
Hey, we got the stats. Rafa.
Yeah,
Stats,
stats,
Rafa.
Rafa. But this is him. He's 38, guys. Come on, he's 38.
I even think Rafa would agree that he's shooting. He's and I think it's because he's gassed.
Yeah, I do.
Like
exactly that.
He's not going to the hoop. He's tired. Listen, and Rafa would say, I'll play Rafa right now.
Okay.
He would say it's because he's guarding. He's playing a lot of defense, and we need him to play defense. My issue with this series is, and I told Eddie Money earlier, is that our number 2 option and sometimes our number 1 option in this is Austin fucking Reeves. Undrafted free agent. I've never seen a guy rise as the number 1 option because, listen, AD is shrinking.
He disappears too.
He disappears and we need him to play defense. And they brought in Vanderbilt to start, so he could not guard Joker.
It's crazy how much of an offensively he's so non-existent. Vanderbilt, like he literally does. You might as well on offense play 4. But it's crazy.
We didn't expect that.
Yeah. It's just so weird. Like they do not. Yeah, I was telling Eddie Money, it's bad when. I mean, it's good that he's playing good and great, but it's bad when you enter the fourth quarter and your best player is Austin Reeves.
It's crazy.
You need to have AD or LeBron or both. You would like that, but to have Austin Reeves be the main punch that you have in the fourth quarter, what are you doing? You're in bad shape.
You're wasting about $82 million.
What is Austin Reeves' agent doing? I feel like he's doing this.
Oh, he's gold.
For like
I can't wait for the offseason.
He's
the
gold.
max
He's
they
gold
said
member.
was
He's gold member.
Yes.
Like, oh yeah.
I think the max the
is he
Lakers
picking
could sign.
huge pieces of skin off and laying him down?
$1 bill is just like
He's like, there's another. Ooh, look at that one.
Save that one for later.
I think the max they said that Lakers could give him was like 4 years for 50.
Yeah.
Dude,
He's balling out.
and
Yeah.
he is balling out, and he has the green light. It's almost disturbing. It's like, why is he taking that shot?
I love how they give him the green light, but to me, it's like I'm not going to say LeBron to first, or I don't know. To me, in the fourth quarter, it just seems like, or
Let's go over it. Who's our number 1 scoring option for the Lakers? It should be AD.
it should be.
Should be. Yeah.
Number 2 should be LeBron.
Should be.
And then number 3,
Austin Reeves.
And do we even have a 4?
Hachimura.
Yeah, Rui.
Rui?
This series would be Rui.
Which
Yes. He went
yesterday, he's
7
the
for
only
7.
reason why the game was close.
Oh, yeah.
Or they were winning.
Yep.
Yeah.
The only reason.
So, Lakers are in trouble.
So after
trouble.
game 1, the Lakers I think were like, hey, listen, we tweak a few things, we change our aggression, whatever, and we'll be fine because we were in that game when we shouldn't have been.
Yeah.
After losing the game 2, I
Yeah.
think they're saying, oh shit.
Yeah. The coach came out and I guess talked shit.
He's been talking shit.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
That
he
dude
was-
from Denver, I don't know what his name. What's his name?
What's his
The coach, Mike
Yes.
Malone.
Oh, Mike
Yeah.
Malone?
Yeah.
That dude is not afraid to talk shit to the media about other teams.
But it's funny what he's saying is legit.
Yeah.
He's saying, like, the narrative is,
Rui.
Everyone's talking about the Lakers when we're the one up 0. He's
Yeah.
like, I guarantee you Darvin Ham would be more happy being up 1-0 than down 1-0.
Yeah, it's not Denver being up 2-0, it's Lakers down 0-2.
Well, he also said, I can't believe everyone was freaking out because Rui Hachimura guarded Joker on 6 possessions.
Yeah.
Like we
that's
haven't seen that before.
Yes.
At the
verbatim.
end of game 1, everyone, and Shaq included, came out and said, "Oh, we figured some shit out. Oh,
Yeah.
we have a plan." And it looked like they did for a while.
Well, I mean, they did. I mean, they played good enough. Well, I take it 2 ways. I mean, I think Lakers yesterday played well enough. I mean, not even that. Rui played good enough to be in the game and even be leading up however points they were leading. But Denver was just missing shots.
Yes.
They were missing shots.
Rafa.
Oh, here we go.
snap.
Here we
boy.
go. I thought
It's
you,
past his bedtime over
Rafa,
there.
I thought you had to be in bed early.
How many mojitos are you deep right now?
yeah.
Dude, I fly out in like 6 hours, but Jay's ridiculousness
Oh
is
my
out
God.
of this world.
Tell me what have I said that wasn't accurate?
Reeves is the only guy who does this and that. Listen, he's their best shooter on the court. That's it. He's their best shooter. He's not their number 1 option.
But that's what it looks like, Rafa. That's the problem.
We didn't say that. We said AD should be first, LeBron should be second, and then it's Reeves.
And then
Before that, you said, "Oh, he's their best option out there."
That's what it looks like.
He is with how LeBron's playing and AD is playing. Austin Reeves is
Listen.
the best option right now.
which is a
LeBron
problem.
was 9 of 16 from the field in the first game and 9 of 19. If you know math, that's 18 for 35, which is over 50%. Should he be shooting threes? No, not at all, not one. If you watch the end of game 1, the best play that they had to end the game was pick and roll with Reeves. He led to a couple threes. Last night, the same shit. Pick and roll with Reeves led to a couple wide open threes.
Yeah.
But you're not saying anything about last night when you're watching the end of the game. AD down 3, misses a wide open 3.
Oh,
he gets
we haven't-
after on a
We
fast
haven't got
break
to that yet. We haven't
on
got
a
to that
4-on-3. Okay, well, and before you talk about the king, you should talk about that prick who was 4 of 15 and irrelevant.
I agree. AD
Oh,
is
AD.
the main
AD.
reason they lost yesterday. I don't think anyone. You can't even argue with that, Jay.
I'm not arguing with that.
AD was horrible, and we need him. Not only did we need him to step up, he should have took the torch. And LeBron wants him to be the best player on the team for the last 2 years. And AD
I agree.
won't, and he won't do it, Rafa. And he won't.
I
do
agree
it.
with you.
So
I agree with you there.
So he'll have.
I thought Ryu Hachimura was going to play more against the Joker.
Yeah. Well, I looked at the stats. Ryu was Rui.
Yeah.
Rui.
He was 7 of 7, 17
in the first
points.
half.
And then in the third quarter, he wasn't a factor, which didn't make any sense. He's your best player, and I know there's adjustments to be made. But, Rafa, let me get your opinion. I think the Lakers are cooked. I think it's done.
Me too.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
What do you
They're
think?
win 4 out of 5?
No, I think they win the next game, but Darvin Ham has to adjust. To me, if I'm them, I use Tristan Thompson. Like, if I use him to just bang the Joker. When you're bang,
Giggity.
throw him out there.
No, he's good at that.
Okay,
He'll
but
bang anything.
there's a stat. He's effective at that.
Very.
No, there's a
LeBron
stat.
can't guard him.
There's a stat in the fourth quarter for the last 2 games. Joker has made 1 field goal or no field goals.
They shut him down in the first.
Yeah, in the
they
fourth
shut him down in the
quarter.
fourth quarter. They shut him down. He had
So,
31 going in, and he didn't score in the fourth quarter, something like that.
Right, but the problem has been that closing the game, the guys who are guarding him are exhausted, so they
Yes.
can't convert on offense.
Yeah.
When you saw LeBron, there was one point there with like 4.5 minutes that he's down at the other end and he's gassed.
He didn't even go to the
Like-
others after
Yeah.
a turnover. He didn't even go to the
Yeah.
other side of the court.
He looks tired.
And no, he looks exhausted. He can't guard the Joker. Somebody else needs to guard him. And if Hachimura guards him, then you're not going to get anything on offense from him because he's going to be tired.
So our secret weapon is Tristan Thompson.
Listen, I think
No, you just need to waste minutes on him and make him foul the Joker and get physical. So that
I
way,
hope you're right. I mean,
they're not going to do it.
Rafa, I just thought of something brilliant. I think better than Tristan Thompson. I think you place all 4 Kardashians at very strategical 2 under the basket and then 2 at center court, and they distract all the Nuggets.
Kobe wouldn't be
You
tired.
need something. You need something.
It's I think it's over and done with.
I do too, unfortunately.
to me, I think, Darvin Ham needs to adjust. What does he need to adjust? I mean, they've been in these, except that they were blown out and they caught up. Cool, they knew what to do. The second game, they should have won. Last night, should have won. I don't know what you could adjust to. They made shots. Murray.
Murray.
Yeah, Murray was
20
making crazy shots.
24 points in the fourth quarter. 24
Well, he's a very good player. That run
is.
that they had that was 20-5. That was ridiculous. You need to find a basket there.
Yes.
Like, call a timeout and then get a basket. Slow the game down, but you didn't find a basket.
Lakers
and this is where, Rafa, this is where I think LeBron has to recognize this and get to the foul line. I know he's not the best 3-point, but when you need a basket, Darvin Ham needs to pull on his earlobe, and that means get to the hoop and get fouled. Stop the momentum.
But when you're guarding the Joker, and he's wasting too much energy on one end, and he's not the youngest guy, even though Jay doesn't want to hear it. You can't guard him. He can't guard him. He can't guard him, and he should not be shooting threes. Bro, like shoot
all.
1 or 2. Game one, it was there was 126, 123 or whatever. They were down 3. They had just ran the pick and roll with Reeves twice before. Reeves led to 2 threes. 42 seconds, he just pulls up and shoots one. What the fuck were you doing?
So I'm starting to think he just wants to jack it up so he can go back on defense and just like kind of get that little breather.
It's just weird. It looks like he's gassed.
That 42 seconds, that he should have never shot that. The pick and roll was there again last night at the end of the game.
Yeah.
And if AD's not going, you got to run that pick and roll with Reeves because you're getting that pick and roll with Murray, and Murray's getting lost.
What's up with D'Lo? Just so.
Oh, he's missing in action.
Yeah, he is for sure.
We don't have a wing. We don't have a wing that could score. We have no scoring from the wing, and it's obvious. It's hurting. And this is why the ball needs to run through AD. He needs to be the end-all, be-all. Trade his ass. I've said it already. He has proven that he cannot be the guy. And that being said, he'll have 35 and 20 tomorrow because that's what it seems like he has to do. People have to call him out and talk shit to him for him to perform.
I hope it works.
It's every other game.
It's every other game, right?
If he can get 25 and shoot 48% from the field, 47%, they can win the game.
Yeah.
The problem is he can't shoot 20% from the field, and Denver's shooting close to 50%.
Yeah.
Well, even
That's
on
the
that
thing.
run, Rafa, they only lost by 5.
Yeah,
no,
that's
100%.
That's what I'm saying. Even with shit games from AD and LeBron,
they're in it.
yeah,
They're, I mean, 2 winnable
Oh, in
games.
game 1, Denver was lights out.
Yeah, and they were
Denver,
still.
yes. And they made a huge comeback, and that's why everyone was like, Lakers figured it out. Well,
Which is why I think they could still win the series.
Yeah, which is why I say, I mean, there's nothing to figure. I think they have it. They could do it.
well, they could. I
It's
just
just-
thought that last game was that must win.
It was.
Then
It
it's
was.
back to 0-0.
Rafa, what do you think about Jimmy Buckets, Papa?
Oh, man, I loved every minute of it.
My God, is he not a top G or is he not a top G?
Well, he's got to be the best player. Him and the Joker have to be the 2 best players in the playoffs, no doubt about it.
Oh,
Easily. He's such a dog. He is such
He's
a
impressive,
dog.
and the other guy, but that's a well-coached team. You see how they're popping in pieces and players. You know,
Yes.
these guys, a lot of these guys, nobody wanted these dudes.
Well, Jacob
Vincent,
said there's
Caleb
6
Martin.
undrafted dudes on that team.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I saw that today.
That's unbelievable.
crazy.
That's coaching.
And Jacob's favorite player, Gabe Vincent. He played good too.
Yeah, Gabe Vincent had a good game. Kyle Lowry, who Eddie loved, was also pretty good.
Calabri.
And they're missing Hero.
Oh yeah,
Right?
I forgot about that.
You should be back
Yep.
in the finals.
Oh, really?
Ooh.
If
Well,
they make it, hopefully they get there.
what do you think? What's your prediction, Rafa? Give us a blue chip. While you're
I have a Heat championship run, so that's what I'm hoping for.
There you go.
What do you think
That's
about?
what I'm hoping for. So we'll see. But Boston's super, very good. Tatum was terrible again at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was the 2. He should have had 2 turnovers. Instead, he ends up getting a free throw or whatever. But still, those balls. One was a kick ball for Jimmy, and then the other one they ripped it on his crossover. They just recovered.
Yeah.
So
What do you think if you'd like Lakers to still win the series? Lakers are plus 340 to win the series right now.
Value?
oh man, I have them at plus 210. So
Double down on that shit, Rafa.
I wish I could. I already maxed the bet. But I still think they. I think they win tomorrow. For sure, I think they win tomorrow, and
They have to.
They have to. I mean, if they don't, it's pretty much done.
It'll be gentlemen.
I think tomorrow they have
Yeah.
to find a way to neutralize the Joker all game.
I don't think you
They're
can,
holding
though.
him at the end.
You gotta-
You got to keep him. I mean, not 35 and whatever.
What was the stat
Dude, the-
line? Last night.
I didn't see the stat line last
I don't
night.
think he had a monster game. I think.
triple double again.
Did he?
Double, yeah.
Oh, well,
Four
Duh.
triple doubles in a row.
Damn.
What killed them the first game, besides their amazing that Denver shot the ball extremely well, and so did the Lakers. AD didn't have many rebounds, and the Joker had 14 or 22.
In the first quarter, he had 14 in the first quarter, or
Yeah.
12.
Last
or-
game, Joker had 23 points, 17 rebounds, 12 assists.
That was the last game.
Yeah, game 1, and then
So
game 1,
a
he
guy
had
who-
34, 21, and 14.
Dude.
So imagine the guy has almost 40 rebounds in 2 games. AD, you're bigger, you're longer, you jump more,
More athletic,
He's just
way
soft,
more
man.
athletic.
and he definitely has a bigger vagina.
the Joker looks so
It's droopy.
soft, and AD somehow is softer.
It's crazy, man.
You need to bring somebody in that can guard Joker, so nobody who can score, AD, LeBron, Hachimura, don't waste energy on that end of the court.
I think Pelinka specifically brought Tristan Thompson in for this exact reason. Are you going to pull
That's
him
what
off?
I thought.
Are you good? Everyone thought that. Are you going to pull him off the bench and let him, as Rafa would put it, bang guys?
As Rafa put it.
Oh,
Well, Rafa, thanks for calling in, brother. You have an early flight. We appreciate
all right,
you.
guys.
Safe travels.
Safe travels.
Bring back
Good
some.
night. Great job over there, Jay and MB.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right,
Eddie, as
Rafa.
always.
All
All right, brother. Have a good night, guys.
See ya.
Bye.
So Great analysis there. Let's wrap up NBA.
So we were talking about Rui and
Yes.
like Austin Reeves has like are great, basically holding the series up themselves. So who in the past Lakers? Someone commented on TikTok. They want us to talk about this. Who is the most underrated Laker of all time?
The most underrated, and I've heard people want this.
Underrated in terms of like fan favorites or like what they produced?
Whatever you want.
No, it's not fan favorites. They have to be
Quality player.
quality player that
Quality player that doesn't give enough recognition for like
Yes.
their contributions.
I
to
was
the team.
Odom.
That was mine.
I put a top 5 together, and then you guys can dispute this.
Okay, I like it.
So top 5 most underrated Lakers
Ooh,
of all time.
I got more.
Okay, and at 5, I have Michael Cooper. Michael Cooper was such an integral part. Larry Bird said that Michael Cooper was the best defender against him out of anyone of all NBA. Those championships, it's a whole nother story, and the Celtics kick our ass with that Michael Cooper at point and his defensive skills. That's my 5. At number 4, I got .04.
Derek Fisher.
D-Fish.
That's what I was gonna say.
I mean,
Great Laker. And we wouldn't have had a championship. That .4 is literally a championship.
oh yeah, I saw the highlight actually a couple days ago on Instagram. I remember watching that shot in El Sereno.
Crazy.
I was like, it's over. We're not watching it.
And
all of a sudden, they're running off the court.
D-Fish was the only dude I've ever seen like to grab Kobe. Like he had Kobe's respect.
Yeah, he did.
That's
Right?
why I was gonna say he's underrated because of that.
Yes, he was a leader. He was a leader.
If anyone could tell Kobe something, it was him.
Yeah. So that's my number 4. My number 3, Elgin Baylor. Although I didn't see Elgin play only like in highlights and film, Elgin Baylor was ahead of his time. He was very tall, very athletic. He scored crazy amount of points, and he turned the game like a big man, could be athletic, shoot. He was a difference maker at every level, and a very good GM also. Elgin Baylor, my number 3. Number 2, the Spaniard, Pau Gasol. And without that trade, Kobe doesn't have the legacy that he has now. And he was maybe one of the most
Kobe
underrated.
even said it.
Right? I mean, he was unbelievable.
Yeah.
He was, when we needed a bucket, you went to Pau.
He was good.
And that shot and the elbow, he was money, man.
But do you think, would you consider him underrated? I think enough people talk about him now since he got his jersey up, and
I still think Kobe was the focal point when he was, I think.
But people don't.
Oh, for sure.
People, especially Kobe fans, they forget how integral he was to winning those championships. When we lost Shaq, we were on a spiral to shit.
We got Chris Mim, Turioff.
It was bad.
Kwame Brown,
Mark Madsen.
Yeah, that was.
It was really bad. Pau was the reason we got another 3 championships.
Super legit.
2.
But we went to the finals 3 times.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's my number 2, most underrated, and number 1, which this is probably secretly my favorite Laker of all time.
I want to hear it.
Big Game James. And
Yeah.
the dude, he was, I mean, his nickname was Big Game James, and we don't make those runs without James Worthy. Number 1 most undervalued Laker of all time, Big Game James. And to all you people that say, oh, these guys are morons, Kobe's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6.
Yeah.
Give Big Game his props. Debate me, call me thick-skinned, whatever. But those are my top 5. You guys have any? There's a ton of them, by the way.
No, I'll probably replace, not in any order, but I would have Odom on that list for sure.
Yeah, I think Odom deserves on
Odom
that
needs
list
to
for
be on
sure.
that.
Yeah.
Fisher, yes.
6 man.
Who else? Don't say Rick Fox.
No, I wasn't gonna say Rick Fox. Robert Horry.
Robert Horrible. Yes.
Big Shot Rob.
Big Shot Rob, 7 championships. He was a big part.
Remember that game?
But I don't think he deserves to be on the top 5 most underrated.
Yeah,
That's just my opinion.
I'm the same.
I mean, he was a big part. But
Yeah.
we're talking top 5 most underrated. Anyone else?
I forgot what show it was on. I don't know if it was Rogan and Rodney or PMS, but Big Game James was on, and they're asking him, like, hey, why is it that there's such a drop-off between players from regular season to playoffs? And he's like, I don't know, because when we were doing it, he's like, things got easier.
Yes.
We got to know we were going to play the same dudes
Yep.
every other night.
Yeah.
Whereas, in the regular season, I got to prepare for this guy, and then 2 days later, I'm playing this other guy. He's like, when we went into the playoffs, we knew exactly what we were doing.
Yeah.
And then they asked him, like, on a closeout game, like, hey, is there any chance you guys are losing a closeout game? Hell no. We're going to punch them in the
He
mouth.
would put 40 up, man. He would put 40 up. And you put Big Game in the post. By the way, worst dunker of all time. He never broke
his
the
dunk
rim.
package on 2K just
It's just, he like dropped it. Worst dunker of all time. North Carolina Tar Heel. Shout out to Big Game James.
That's funny.
Still a legend. I can't think. I mean,
but
I didn't put Wild on there because Wild is
nah,
There's just so many individual players besides the main star on Laker teams. There's like underrated or not, but
Yeah.
still did something, contributed to the championship run or the championship itself. There's
I was
so many.
waiting for Jay to go, like, Farmar.
Oh yes.
Some.
Ariza.
Yeah.
ooh,
That year,
he was dog.
Ariza. Come on.
Sasha Vujicic.
The machine.
Come on, man. Listen, we can go deep.
Vladimir Radmanovic.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Ooh, by the way,
Or
Rafa
you could
said,
say Vladi Divac for giving us
oh,
Oh, there you
Don't
go.
dribble the ball, Kobe. Don't dribble the ball, Vladdy.
he said, if you have your number retired, you aren't underrated. He said, your list was honorable mention, not that was undervalued. He said his is Derek Fisher, Odom, Rick Fox, all time underappreciated.
Oh, Rick Fox.
James Worthy was an all time 50 greatest.
Yeah. See. Yeah. So,
But he never ever makes top 5 is my point, Rafa. Like when you think of the all-time Lakers, he never even comes close to like the top 7, and I disagree with that. I think without
I think you mean like he's not mentioned enough.
he's not
Yeah.
most
I can
underappreciated.
see that.
Most underappreciated.
Correct. I think he belongs for
I
that
think
reason.
his funniest like gif now is at him like smoking a cigar. And so
Right.
anytime the Lakers win, it's
I've seen
James
that.
Worthy smoking
Yeah.
a
I've
seen that.
cigar.
Yeah.
He's
And
such
it's
a-
like hashtag whoever we played pack.
He's a freaking stud.
He's cool.
He's a freaking
cool.
stud. Listen, give us your top 5 most underrated Lakers of all time.
Yeah.
I thought I put together a solid list. Odom, biggest crackhead ever, for sure. Ouch.
Hey, man,
That's
when
Delonte
he got
West.
that rebound and went coast to coast, lefty,
He was so out of
automatic.
control.
Automatic.
Yeah.
He was so out of control going down the court. He had more charge fouls.
What are you talking
Oh,
about?
there has to be a stat. He had so many
Okay.
charging fouls.
No, he coast to coast, lefty, all day.
Hey, would you say he is a groundbreaking like one of the first like power point forwards
That could do that.
that could do that, and it took away the ball from Kobe. Like Kobe was
Yeah,
able
he
to
was
go
like,
set up.
"Go ahead."
Odom take the ball down.
I mean, he was a big part. I love me some Odom.
you're
I'm
being
talking
Rafa
shit
right now.
I'm talking shit. I love me some Lamar Odom, and
Yeah,
but I just don't put him there.
Farmer, I like that name drop.
Oh,
That was good.
jeez.
That was
Told
good.
you. That's what I thought. I swear.
Shannon Brown. Shoot.
Okay.
Shannon Brown.
Oh.
Jump out the gym.
Oh yeah.
Well, that being said, that puts our Lakers to rest. Let's get into this Ja Morant conversation.
Okay.
And if you guys watched TV yesterday, JJ Redick came out and ripped everybody. And I saw his point a little bit. They're trying to bury this kid. He did nothing illegal. All these guys are saying he should be suspended for half a year. And JJ Redick said he doesn't believe that he deserves that there's a better solution. And then last night before the Laker game, Kenny, Shaq, and Barkley Barkley held his tongue. He says, "I can't say what I really want to say."
Yeah.
I didn't see any of that.
Which he came out. He says, "I'm not going to say what I really want to say, but I'm tired of these idiots on TV coming out and defending Ja Morant." And he was 100% talking about JJ Redick.
Oh, for sure.
There's no one else.
Yeah.
Horrible take. Horrible take,
JJ. And here's the thing. I agree. I think JJ's been amazing as a commentator.
Oh, yeah. Top tier analyst.
He's been great, but he shit the bed on this one.
Yeah. And I think he tried to make it political
He
too.
100% did. We're not asking that.
Yeah,
you know?
it's a simple in basketball context. You're an NBA player. You can't be doing that.
You're part of I'm in a union. There's certain shit I can't do drugs. I get drug tested.
That's exactly where I was going. Is like, listen, everyone has an employer where you can and can't do certain things, whether they're legal or not. These are the rules.
Yeah,
and we don't get paid $200 million.
No, and to me, it's kind of irresponsible for JJ to back him up. It's you're a part of a special group. And there's responsibility. I think, Eddie Money, you said they canceled the shoe drop?
Yeah, so he had a shoe, I think it was supposed to be released in like a week or two. And so it was there when I checked the Nike app like a week ago. If you check now, it's not there.
So he lost $39 million already from not being able to make certain tees.
Yeah.
He's already lost $39 million.
Yep.
And to me, shout out to Chuck for not going buck wild. I think he should have. I can't stand it when Chuck is being muted. He should have went off on JJ. They probably have network affiliations.
Yeah.
And then I guarantee you they freaking said cannot say
this whole the narrative of like he's a kid. It's what do you expect? He comes from a town. Even Lil Wayne chimed in. He was like, everyone's talking about he's this and that. Do you know him? He's not about that life. Do you know that?
Yeah.
He comes from a town from 2,000 people, and you expect him to be responsible? But no, his dad wants to be all in his little clique.
Yep.
Act like a dad. What are you doing? Like, it's your second
that's the
time,
thing.
guys.
He's also not the first NBA player to come out of a situation like that.
True.
He's the first NBA player to be doing this.
Yes. So it's like like you said, Michael Brown said, you have an employer. There's set rules. You're an NBA player. You're a basketball player.
Yes.
So in that context, hey, your employer doesn't want you doing that.
If you're man enough to take a paycheck, you're man enough to play by the rules. It's just straight up.
Amen.
I think it's not even like the NBA is your employer, but you are a part of the NBA. If you get what
You're
I'm
one
trying
of the
to make
faces. You're one of the stars.
You're one of the stars of the league.
Yeah.
So kids look up to you. Kids like what they look what you're doing.
Yes.
And the persona you're trying to be. So like if you're gonna be one of the best players in the league, you can't be putting that on.
That's what even Adam Silver said in the interview. He was like, a lot of kids look up to him. Like people search him on kids search him on YouTube, and look up to him.
Yeah, when you look at John Morant now, you just look up John Morant gun. Like it's one of the first things to come up.
So this whole he's a kid.
And Charles is famous for the commercial. I'm not a role model.
Oh yeah,
but Charles wasn't. He was a very generous person. He was an a-hole on the court. He didn't want to be a role model. But Charles, he always held a certain standard on and off the court. And to me, it's just I love Uncle Shannon's take. He's like, your parents have worked so hard, and let's say he was middle class. The rumor is that Ja was middle class.
Either way,
and they worked so hard to get you to another level. Now you're at this ultra elite level, the top 1% of the top 1%, and you're trying to drop down and act like this hardcore gangster shit. It doesn't make any sense, Ja. It doesn't make any sense, and I believe you should get suspended for. You obviously didn't learn your lesson after they slapped your hand the first time.
By the way, I think his apology. I think some people looked it up that it was ChatGPT made it.
That's crazy.
That's so great.
God.
But my thing is, it's like, okay, he apologized, and what do they expect? So he's not going to be friends with his friends anymore? You think he's just going to be like, hey guys, so you guys have guns?
That's the thing, though.
With you guys.
In that
He's
video,
not gonna change like that.
I don't know. Like didn't seem like the Friends influenced us. So Friends were like live streaming.
Oh yeah,
has like 200 like people in there, and he like switches back to Ja, and out of nowhere, Ja has the gun.
Yeah,
and it quickly puts the phone down
brings it down.
super fast.
So it just to me, it's about Ja, to me, it just knowing what I don't know a lot. It just seems like he wants to be this guy with his friends and be all cool. And
Did you see Kwame Brown's rant?
Oh,
Yes.
so good.
So good.
That's another Vato you don't mess with in a dark alley.
No. But that summarizes it, pretty well.
Yeah.
Is
He
like
straight up called him a dumb,
Yes.
a bunch of shit.
Yeah.
a lot of things.
Very
But
aggressive.
I think the thing I took away from that, amongst all the other things, was like, listen, man, you're trying to be this person that you're not,
Yeah.
because the real people that you're trying to be would love to meet
Oh
you.
my
Yeah.
God. Yes. You have
Yeah.
no idea, right?
Yeah.
They would eat him up with some, sheesh. It would be very, very ugly.
I just don't understand, man. Give me that amount of money and I'll do whatever you want me to do. I don't understand.
Giddy!
Yes. That
Ben,
and
guys?
I would no, but seriously, like, come on, man. Like,
Jay
what
in
am I
the
doing?
post.
Put me on the
Yeah.
block. Yeah, I just don't get it. I mean, they think he's gonna change after what?
No.
They said he went to a facility or somewhere.
I don't know,
What?
man, but he,
So-
yeah.
Nothing he does now is like the way it went down. 8 days of therapy.
Yeah.
I don't know what he was doing.
Yeah.
And then comes back, and not only 3 weeks later is doing this.
It just,
You can't say anything.
Stupid.
You can't say you're sorry. Can't say anything because we don't. No one believes you. No one cares anymore.
oh,
Yeah.
At this point, then there's no sympathy as well.
Yeah, the parade has just stopped inside the city.
Yes, like man, and I was a huge fan of Ja. It sucks. It's kind of depressing. Let's put that to bed, Ja. JJ Redick, love all your stuff, man, but man, you are so dead wrong on this issue.
Yeah. that was-
Hey, it's one miss and he swinged real hard and missed.
Real
Yeah,
hard and missed.
yeah.
So that is the Ja rant. Do we go into bitch assness? Eddie had some real interesting WNBA stuff.
I think this will only take a couple minutes. I just think it's interesting.
I saw this.
you take the reins because I don't know.
Well, let's talk about it. Go ahead, Eddie Money.
So, most recently, like the WNBA cut like a really high class talent, right? And I had this list like the number 1 pick in the 21 draft is cut, no longer on the team. And if you think about that, like if that happened in any other sports, you're like, what is happening,
like
right?
Zion or Tatum, being cut.
And just the problem is like and WNBA is not getting enough revenue. So people are like, how do you fix this? It's like, do you expand it? But like if you expand it, how like
You water
what
down-
money are you coming from? And like
You cannot expand the WNBA. They
Yeah.
don't have enough revenue as it is. It's already being supplemented by the NBA.
Yeah, 100%.
So go down the list real quick, Eddie. This is not a one-time thing. There is a bunch of number 1 top 20 picks in the last 2 years that are not in the league anymore.
Cut?
yeah,
So
Like
go,
they're not even playing anymore.
no.
go ahead, Eddie.
Well, at least not in the WNBA. They're not playing.
Oh, they're okay.
They're probably
All right.
playing overseas.
Yeah.
But like if you're trying to play here,
I wonder.
Is there more money overseas?
Yeah, I was gonna ask that question.
yeah.
Well, I don't even know what
But you've been
a
cut.
WNBA
They didn't
salary is
leave.
out here.
They've been cut.
I think it's like 100,000 some, 150,000.
Yeah.
Last I read, for which is like what John Morant makes.
In a second.
Yeah,
in 5
1
dribbles.
second, yes.
But yeah, so the number 1 pick in the 2021 draft cut, number 4 pick in the 22 draft cut, number 17 pick in the 21 draft cut, the number 11 pick in the 23 draft. So the most recent draft, number 11 pick is not on a team, and then the number 20 pick in the 22 draft also cut.
Listen, hopefully Rafa's asleep.
Rafa's absolutely laughing right now.
Oh,
No,
yeah, for
he's
sure,
rolling
for
in
sure.
his freaking bed. He's like, they're talking about WNBA on my
The
show.
one Shay's is not
Yes,
here.
yes. Eddie had to sneak that in. That's our WNBA take. It's an issue.
I'm
do you think
reading
it could
this
be solved?
expansion.
Well,
yes.
well,
How do you
that's-
expand with something that's not making
That
money?
was the only thing that people would like see as a solution. I was like, how can you expand if they're already not making money?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Yes.
how? Like, you guys even think this is possible to fix? You think the NBA is just gonna die?
Yeah.
Listen, they better clone what's her name from Iowa. That's the
Yeah.
fix. Clone her and
Caitlin Clark?
have 45 of her.
So female college basketball is more popular than WNBA.
Facts.
Yeah, that was the first basketball game I watched in a minute.
Yeah.
It was Final Four.
Yes.
Never watched a WNBA game.
Yeah.
Yes.
I never understood the argument is like we deserve more money. Which is like you're worth whatever you're
Equal
gonna
pay
get paid.
it's bullshit.
But it's like the NBA gets paid what they get paid because there's revenue.
There's a pool of money.
Yes, and to my understanding, WNBA loses money every year.
Yes. Yes.
That's crazy.
Listen, this whole woke issue, it eventually money is everything. Cream, cash rules everything around me. Eventually, everything has to revert back to that, and you can't keep making these movies. You can't keep pushing this narrative, and it keeps on losing money. It's a losing proposition, and I'm not saying to ban WNBA, but if anything, make it smaller. Make the product better, not expansion. So that is our WNBA.
I like those facts though. I didn't know that.
It's
that
crazy.
those players got cut.
Neither did I.
Of course you don't. So that is that. Let's get into
Long awaited.
finally
Finally on camera.
our bitch assness segment, and we have our guru of the bitch assness,
The bitch assness ambassador.
ambassador of the bitch assness. And listen, it's juicy.
Right here. It is juicy.
It's juicy.
Really juicy. It's so juicy. Besides Eddie Money, everyone here knows about.
How do we not lead off with this? That's my question.
Yes.
Yeah. How did we not start off with
Facts. This will be the first cut. This will be a first.
this? Yeah.
So, for all you people living under a cave, and you could pretend
Set
like
it
you
up.
don't know about
Set it
it,
up. Yeah,
but
set it
you
up.
do know about it.
You could lie. You could lie.
Vanderpump Rules. It's called the Scandival. Tom Sandoval had an affair with his best friend's girlfriend, and they were his basically legal wife.
Are you gonna
No.
correct that?
No.
Okay.
Yes. Okay.
You're
So,
obviously not up
all right.
to date.
Okay.
Hashtag Scandival. All right. Tom Sandoval.
Thank God we're here, Jay.
Right?
Apparently,
what would we do?
I'm not as big
MB's
as a
getting
bitch.
real comfy.
What would we
Yes.
do?
Yes.
Yeah.
Look at.
So, Tom Sandoval, probably one of the most prominent character on the show. He had an affair with a person in the friend
co-star,
group.
I would
A
say.
co-star. Yeah, co-star. One of the newer co-stars. She's
Yep.
been there for a minute, but one of the newer ones.
Younger woman.
Yeah. And then, so he cheated on his life partner. They weren't married yet, but they were long-term relationship.
9 years.
Technically, they're domestic partners. That's 10
Especially
years.
in
Yeah,
California.
So they have a house together, pets, whatever. He has an affair, and it's like 7 months long, and he gets caught. So this last episode, it shows how it went down.
Yes.
And the show wrapped, but since this incident happened, the film crew went back and was like, "Hey, we need to shoot more
Yep.
because it's just juicy."
Yep.
So they showed the sit down, which I'm surprised. How do you have that?
Like an apology tour. They made him go
Yeah,
on
yes.
an apology tour.
Yeah, but before that, before they went to that,
should've.
it was a sit down of
Howie Mandel.
no.
that
There
the
was
one
a
you're
sit
talking
down
about?
between him and Ariana,
Ariana.
in their house.
okay.
Oh, yeah.
Which
So awkward.
yeah, how do you act normal when there's a
Eddie
camera
Money.
here, camera there? I'm talking about real life
At
stuff.
such like a vulnerable moment.
Yes, like one of the probably craziest moments in your life.
Yes.
Like, how do you have that normally? But either way,
Oh man.
so that went down, and that was
Crazy.
crazy. That was kind of weird.
So my take on this honestly was I was so impressed with how direct and logical no, not Sandoval.
Oh, okay, I thought you were
No,
gonna say
no,
him
no,
because
no,
I
no.
thought he was.
No, dude,
Wow.
I'll get to him.
Yeah,
But his lady was just so logical.
Ariana.
Yeah, she was so logical and direct with everything. Just dagger.
Yeah.
I regret literally
Yeah.
every single moment I've
Yeah.
ever had with
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
You're the scum of the just like so great. All of it was.
I'm not
great.
gonna lie, MB. I got emotional. Like
It was sad. It
when
was
she
sad.
said, she's like, "I was your ride or
Yeah.
die." She's like, "I was
was.
with you when you had a Honda Civic.
Yep.
You had no money. I loved you then, and now you think you're this big shit
Because you got some money.
You got a money. You have a stupid band. You have a restaurant, and now these girls are enamored with you, and you
Yeah.
jumped."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Listen, our relationship wasn't this, it wasn't that. Dude, you got to be a man, and you got to man up. If you're not in love with this woman,
Tell her.
Okay.
tell her.
So
It's gonna hurt either way. Might as well be honest.
So I'm saying I kind of think like
Spit it out, Jay.
Yeah, I'm trying. Like I was thinking, like, okay, he's telling her, hey, I think people seeing, like they're not seeing it how he was not happy for a reason.
yeah.
Like he messed up
No,
100 times.
I get where you're going with this, but here's the thing that we don't know because we weren't there.
Yeah.
He's saying have tried to break up with her.
Yeah.
How do you try? You either
Yes.
you stop.
Well, no,
showing
according
up, you
to
stop-
him, he said, I want to separate. And she was like, no. He said she would
Kill herself.
kill herself.
Yeah.
And sometimes that does get brought up.
No, I know.
So
Real
what
life?
you do, you sleep with her best friend.
No,
yeah,
that'll work.
That'll work.
Yeah, see,
That'll bring her right around.
So the ending,
Option
obviously,
B.
the ending, his solution was always bad. It's so bad. But people are just forgetting, like, okay, yeah, he fucked up, but he's not happy for a reason. Like,
Well-
and he tried talking about it.
Well, yeah.
Did you see the episode before when he was like, we need to spend more time. We did
Yeah.
this and that. And she's like, and she's always been like this.
Correct.
This and that.
And-
it's kind of like, he obviously didn't want that.
No, so that's why, like, it was so, until last episode, it
Yeah.
was so 50-50. Because like, listen,
Yeah.
this dude, if it's true, this dude's saying, we are intimate 4 times a year, so once a quarter. I got to get my quarterly
Yes.
call.
Yeah.
And then we're not going out together.
Yep.
I'm doing my restaurant. You're doing your thing with your sandwich shop.
Yeah.
We're not seeing each other. It's like, at that point, why are you guys together?
Yeah.
So I get that, but like Eddie said, the solution
Yes.
isn't to
Yeah.
Sleep with her best friend.
yeah.
Yeah.
Under everyone's nose for 7 effing months.
Correct.
To me, that's so crazy how they even pulled that off
It's wild to me
without even
because Ariana's naive to think that one of her best closest friends, Raquel,
Yeah.
would do that to her.
yeah.
Raquel.
Gabrielle said that Ariana said he never tried to break up with her, and it doesn't give you a reason to cheat. Jay,
Oh my god, I know, Gabby.
Oh
Gabby,
boy.
I know. I'm gonna get it when I get home.
Yeah.
But no, but just saying, like, if you've watched the show, if you've been a fan of the show, you've seen
I
how
hate the
Ariana
show,
is.
but I watch
But
it.
Tom's weird too. Tom is a freaking weirdo.
His
He's
nails
a
are painted
narcissist.
white. I can't
He's
trust
a
anybody.
he's
like
a
that.
narcissist.
Yeah, he is.
He's a
Yeah.
100% narcissist. And this girl, Raquel, I believe she's sick in the head as well.
Oh my gosh.
She is.
You have
The way
to be
she's- ugh.
sick in the head
Yeah, her mannerisms, the way she.
to
I don't know.
to constantly say you're my best friend, I love you, you've been there for me, and the whole time sleep
Yes.
with your best friend's man.
You have to be some type of
And
an
here's-
evil person.
Yeah,
Here's the
yeah.
thing, man. This is what upsetting. Let's put a bow on this thing. Is that this shit happens in Kentucky, Mississippi, Alabama, California, every day. And I hope something good comes out of this. I think Ariana's gonna come out smelling like a rose. She's gonna write a book. She's gonna make money.
Well-
they're talking about Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah, yeah.
She's gonna come out smelling like a rose. But Tom has now hurt his business.
Both businesses,
Yep.
his
Nope.
relationship with the other Tom,
Yep.
his friends in the show, the cast,
Yep.
and I mean, he's really effed.
Was it worth it?
Shanae and I talked about it.
She's gross.
And here's the thing.
It's not even about that. It's just like
I just want to add that in there.
Yeah.
Chris
Sprinkle
Rock.
it in there.
Chris Rock has said this about men, and there's some truth to it. That men are as faithful as their options, right? But listen, man, you gotta be a man, and more men. If you have an amazing woman, if you have a ride or die, and she said she was a ride or die, and she's proved that she was a ride or die. She loved him with nothing.
Yeah, I think she was.
She was a ride or die. Go rub one out in the fucking bathroom to Raquel.
He said he did.
Well, and finished on her probably. I'm just saying, man, like, men, be better than this. If you have a ride or die, then ride or die. And if you have money, there's going to be women that are going to throw themselves at you. But you got to know when you have someone worth sacrificing for. It's not even a sacrifice.
Well, I think he kept mentioning, once I turn 40,
Yeah,
I
he's going
had
through
this
his midlife
existential
crisis
thing.
at 40.
Oh, for sure. He has a band. He paints his nails at
Yes,
40.
I know.
Come on.
My thing to her is like, listen, you just literally ruined your, I don't want to say entire life, but
I hope so.
The near future for yourself
Yeah.
over some dude that probably isn't gonna be with you in the next 6 months.
Oh, who?
Yeah.
Raquel?
No, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Sandoval's
Well-
not gonna be with her. This is a fling for him.
Major bombshell. Major bombshell
Major
alert.
gossip.
Ring the bell.
Ding,
Ring
ding,
the
ding,
bell.
ding,
Ring
ding,
the
ding,
bell.
ding.
This is blue chip. Jay's blue chip.
Blaze-
This is my blue chip.
Yes.
Raquel is in hiding, as we all know. She was supposed to be like in this mental health facility.
Yes.
Supposedly. But new rumors suggest she
Not a
might be
chance.
pregos.
Not a chance.
You think so?
I don't believe it for a
I
second.
think Bravo might be spinning that for some.
But imagine if that was true.
Oh God.
That would be crazy.
You know what? As a narcissist, this is what I think. I thought about this today because I was prepared for this bitch ass segment. As a narcissist, you know what they're thinking? The crazy shit. Because when he went to go visit Raquel in the apartment, and she went to
that
go
was-
kiss him,
yeah.
and he's like, "Whoa, back off here, honey! Like the cameras are right here.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
cannot pretend like everything is." She's like, "I don't understand it. We're not the bad guys, and this and that is like." That's insane.
Well, that's how comfortable she is with him,
No,
though. That tells you.
They were like, I grabbed her face and just talking.
Yeah.
Right here.
Oh yeah, it was
It
sick.
was really weird.
It was freaking sick.
It was cringy, as
It was
they would put it.
cringy.
Super cringe.
Super
As hell.
cringe. Hashtag cringe.
Yeah, hashtag cringe.
But
Yeah.
you know what these two freaking narcissists are thinking? We saved this show. Look at how popular
They did.
And you know what? They brought a ton. That show was about to die.
You
It-
know
it
what?
wa- it was.
Unpopular take on this. I think Tom just indirectly saved Ariana because look at all the love she's getting from everybody.
Yes.
This is what she was missing. She had no confidence in herself, low self-esteem, looking at herself in different ways.
Yeah.
Now all of her friends are around her.
Yeah.
All these fans are loving on her.
Supporting. She's
You
gonna
know.
make $20 million
It's not
off
about the
this.
money because to her, obviously, it's not about the money. She's with Tom Sandoval.
Yeah.
It's not about looks. She's with Tom Sandoval.
Well, she thinks he's hot in a weird
Yeah,
way.
I know, but that's what I'm saying is like it's not about money to her. I believe that about her.
Yeah.
I think this is gonna save her. I think she feels good about herself finally.
Agree.
Yeah, maybe.
I 100% agree with you, Michael Brown. I think this is, in the end, this is going to be a blessing in disguise for her.
Yes.
And I hope that men learn a effing lesson from what Tom Sandoval did.
Don't dip your pen in company ink.
It's funny. Just real quick. I left a comment on a page, and it was like oh man, I got some replies
I'm sure.
from some females. It was like, oh, so she's not intimate with. She doesn't want to hang out and do fun stuff with Sandoval, but 2 months later she finds this dude and is probably banging the dude.
That's what happens,
It's like,
Jay.
no, I understand that, but
That's
I
exactly-
said that, and it was like, it's not all about
Yeah.
sex. It's this and that.
But it's
I
just
got
like this.
attacked.
You
I
dump
got
your
attacked.
girlfriend because she doesn't hang
Should
out
have
with
been
you.
attacked, Jay.
So
I'm about to
trying to ruffle-
attack
I'm
you.
trying to
it's
ruffle
just
some
human
feathers.
nature. Like if you get dumped for X reason, the next relationship you get in, you're like, hey, last time
No.
I got dumped for this, so I probably don't want to do that again. And then the next guy is gonna enjoy
Oh, of
the
course.
benefits of what
Yeah.
you asked her to
Yeah.
do in the first place.
It's funny though because Tom Sandoval seems so indifferent. Of like, I'm so not in love with you. Like
Yeah.
he was even saying like she was being what girls do. Oh, you're gonna go.
Did you
you're gonna go to
see-
Raquel's house?
Did
He
you
was
s-
like, maybe.
Did you see the
was crazy.
the show
Wow.
the show he put on when he went to Lisa's house?
Oh, hyperventilating.
Oh my god! I would have pushed
Yeah.
him out the effing
Get-
door.
oh
I'd
my
been like,
God.
you know what? Come back when you're not being a little bitch.
Yeah, that seems so.
Go ahead, say it a little louder, Michael Brown.
Yeah, I
You
forgot.
whispered it like
I forgot
Mike
we're not,
Dillon
we're
right
not being
there.
monitored by the
Yes.
FCC.
Eddie
Yes.
Money's regretting not watching the show.
Oh, I
No,
know.
Eddie Money
Second
fell
by
asleep.
second.
His eyes rolled in back of his head.
Hey,
5
man,
minutes ago.
join me and Jay on the Afterpod podcast. Keep this going.
Where we go in exclusive
Yes.
details behind the scenes.
Michael Brown all of a sudden has a blanket, his legs up, and he has a glass of
true.
Chardonnay right now.
Let me put my ponytail up.
He has his pink slip-ons right now. That's
So
hilarious.
listen, Eddie Money, you have to at least put this up as
Edit
a,
this around. All
Yes,
good.
he has. Eddie's like, really, you don't pay me enough to do this shit. But that is our bitch ass segment. That is episode number 31. Thanks, Jay, for filling in.
Yep,
People
yep.
finally know what the media guru. I mean, his memes have been.
Comment if he's better or less looking than you thought.
or I'm not the guy that does it, just depending on if
If you want to kill him or not.
Yeah,
Yes.
I don't make it. I have an assistant that makes it, or not. Who knows?
And anyone else in the comment section over there, Eddie Money? Are we ready to say goodbye to everybody?
Is my wife still in the chat?
She said, "Preach, Eddie," when he gave the ride or die.
Oh my God, I'm gonna get
the rider.
I'm gonna get a lecture when I get home.
Hey, at least it's a long drive home. You got a little time to get some flowers.
Listen,
Yeah.
it's an issue. If you're having sex 4 times a year, that is a 100% issue that you must fix. And you have to be honest and be like, listen, I'm a man. I'm 40.
Hey,
Come after me.
I'm a man.
I'm a man.
Yeah,
Come after me.
he's
You have
40.
to be like, listen, I have needs. And at these needs,
Well,
and you have to
did.
know that. You have to know that on both sides, by the way. If you're not satisfying your woman, they're going to go elsewhere. If you're not satisfying your man, they're going to go elsewhere. But have those conversations, people. Have those conversations. Don't let it get as far as this freaking mess.
Yeah.
Don't have a Scandival in your life. And that, yes.
Yeah. And the reunion is next week, so three-parters. So we have enough.
Yes.
The next 3 weeks, Eddie Money.
Yes.
Don't worry about
Major
sports.
juice. Yeah, don't worry about sports. That's fine.
Yes.
Lakers going to be
NBA
out.
finals don't matter.
Yeah, Lakers going to be out of the playoffs anyway, so it's all good.
Yes. So go ahead. Last thoughts, everyone.
No, it was fun to keep Rafa's seat warm. Thank
There
you
you
guys.
go.
It was good.
You did a great job.
Michael Brown, you crushed it today.
Yeah, that baseball talk was
happy
great.
happy to fill in and help out when I can. Get down here. It's nice.
Eddie Money. He's
phenomenal show.
Oh yeah.
We didn't have much on the docket, but we always fill up the time.
We always fill up the time. I just want to say thank you again to TitanNutrition.net. I want to say thank you to CustomCars.com, and a special thank you to Julio's Pizza. We love you. We will continue to support you guys. Thank you guys for watching episode number 31. Mike Piazza, we love you. Whether you don't love me or not, I still love you, Papa.